Kicking up dust on a rick house floor. Charred oak whispers we can't ignore. Stories in the mash, fire in the grain. Raise up your glass, feel that bourbon flame. We're the Bourbon Legends, let the spirit flow. From the backwoods stills to tonight's big show. Every drop a story, every sip that's drowned. We're Bourbon Legends, let's throw it down. Let's throw it down. From Kentucky hills to the neon lights, we're talking small batch days and whiskey nights. Tasting the past in every pour. Gonna carve our names on the distiller's door. We're the Bourbon Legends, let the spirit flow. From the backwoods stills to tonight's big show. Every drop a story, every sip that's drowned. We're Bourbon Legends, let's throw it down. Let's throw it down. Raise 'em high, feel the fire. Clinking glasses, lifting higher. One more toast to the ones before, and the legends we're making forevermore. We're the Bourbon Legends, let the spirit flow. From the rick house walls to your front row. Every drop a story, every sip a crown. We're Bourbon Legends, come gather round. Come gather round. Come gather
Good evening for most people. Could be still afternoon if you're out on the West Coast, although probably off work by now, unless you work late. So, welcome to the show. I'm Craig, Bourbon Legend, Colonel Craig, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for lunch or dinner or breakfast. So, hope everybody's having a good night. Looking forward to the weekend. I know there's a bottle share that I'll be attending this weekend. Also, I'm going to be at a distillery opening, grand opening. So that's kind of cool. That's something I've never done before. And I don't know, maybe there'll be a few surprises in there. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to bring in Roger. How are you, sir?
Doing good, sir. Doing good.
Good. You know,
Looking
it's
forward
always
to a fun
weird.
show.
Always weird when you have to talk to an audience that you can't see, and you're like, you know, what do I say? I don't want to say the same thing over and over and over, you know, but I mean, it's
Don't worry.
Thursday night and we've got guests here and we've got good bourbon to drink. So, I mean,
Yeah. Remember, no expectations, baby.
none whatsoever.
Have a good time with it. We've got a couple of really good guests tonight and excited about the show. I'm excited also because Will's here. Did you know that?
Yeah, Will who?
Chill Will Rocco, our
Oh,
mid-level
that guy.
celebrity.
That guy
Who's-
Will.
We always have to
Who's
bring
that?
him on last, and he has to have the special intro.
Yeah, who's that guy?
Who is that guy?
So
Who's that guy? It's Will. What's up, Will?
So well wishes, good tidings, and I hope all of your plans are successful, unless you have nefarious intentions.
Mm.
So
Yeah, because anybody that has nefarious intentions, we don't need them on the show.
I don't have any nefarious intentions, but I do want to brag a little bit.
well, that's okay.
Okay.
Bragging's okay. Yeah,
Is
that's
bragging
fine.
okay?
Brags about
So,
You're-
so,
yeah,
so
you're just
last
not up to no good.
Thursday, And I hate people that do the crotch shots of like bottles that they found and stuff. But I went to a raffle last week, a Father's Day raffle on Friday of last week, and darn if I didn't get picked number one.
Nice.
And so I had
So
a
you got a
couple of
Blanton's.
You got a Blanton's.
I had
You
a
got a
couple of
Blanton's?
I got a couple of hundreds in my back pocket,
Ah,
and so I came home with the Heaven Hill 22.
yeah.
So I've been
Roger and I'll be
organized
really.
to-
We'll be real excited when you crack the seal on that, so we can come over and drink it.
I
Yep.
bet.
Yeah.
I bet Steve will too.
Here's
Steve
the
will be-
thing, though. As proud as I am to have been able to be number one and get that Heaven Hill 22, I've got to show you what the real prize of the weekend was.
Okay.
Father's Day, my wife hands me this box and she's like, I know you're not my father, but I want to give you this. The speakeasy is brand new. You can't really see it, but on the very top shelf, I've got some old decanter, from back in the 80s and whatnot. When my wife gives me this, I gotta be real careful. So
Oh,
Dutch Unlimited, and I believe that is a teal.
It is. That would be a teal.
Okay, but is that a teal? I think it is.
I don't know. It's a duck. I mean, it has feathers and flies. That's about all I know about ducks.
Here's the cool part.
Tax
Looky
stamps
there.
in- tax stamps in place.
1981. That's probably older than Will.
No.
What year were you born, Will? Are you
75.
over
75.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of these days we're going to have to crack into this. Yeah, that's a green teal. I don't know if you guys can see that. But here's the cooler part than this. I said to my wife, where did you find that? And she says, well, there's a lady who got it at an estate sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
You like it? I said, I love it. She's like, she's got 4 more. And I said, 4 more, just like that. No, they're 4 different ones. But she says they're all unopened.
Oh, nice.
So
Very nice.
I just want to say at our bottle share that we're having coming up here at 18th of July, one lucky person may be going home with some 40-plus-year-old juice.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That'd be fantastic.
So all I got to do is show up, right? And I get that? Is that?
Well, I mean, you show up, you're going to get free barbecue. You're going to get
We're not
the
eligible.
share.
It's part of the
What?
any
Sorry.
member or co-host is not eligible for. Yeah.
Well, kick me off the show then for a little while.
Sorry. Well, anyway,
Yes.
he got what he wanted. He got what he
He
wanted.
got
So
what
I
he
thought
wanted.
I thought that was cool. I think there's good stories behind that, and
Yeah.
I think some good memories will probably be made for a lot of people trying some of that old juice. But there's one other thing I want to bring up that happened
But
this
there's
week.
more?
But
There's more?
More.
And I'm going to bring it up right now. I'm going to bring it up.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
our local liquor store here is doing a charity raffle for 3, what should I say, pet-related or animal-related charities in Hot Springs area. And if you see that little QR code right down there at the bottom left, for a mere donation of $25, you can be entered to win a Weller Millennium that will be given away live next Wednesday. So who thinks they're going to be lucky enough to win that one?
Me.
Me. Well, Craig bought 40 tickets, so
What?
he might have.
He bought 40 tickets.
Don't even buy any more tickets. I've already spent $6,000 on tickets, guys. I'm pretty sure this was mine.
Well, okay. Maybe I'm not going to win.
Wow. I think we all probably have a pretty good chance, though. I think as far as auctions go or raffles go, I think this right here is going to be our best odds, honestly.
And that's all going to local charities here in the area.
Charities.
So
That's my audience here. I got 2 cats sitting here looking at me right
Yeah.
now as I'm doing the show.
There you go. There you go. I think most of us have pets, or I didn't for the longest, but I do now. But Sam down there at 5 Stars wanting to do this for charity, and he's a big pet lover. Every time you go to 5 Star, you know, he's got a little bowl of food out there for the homeless. I mean, the homeless dogs and cats, not homeless people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so, anywho, support him if you can. Just, you know, go right there, hit that little button, or otherwise just look on Facebook for like 5 Star Liquor Hot Springs, and you'll be able to find it.
Isn't this on our Facebook page as well?
It is on our
The
Facebook
Bourbon
page.
Legends Facebook page as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
Yeah,
it's
there's
out there.
there's more than, guys, I hate to say this, but there's more than one ways to skin a cat.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean
You
it.
can find
Well,
it. You
I
can
mean,
find it.
You know, it's a saying. It's okay.
Yeah.
If I can get my computer to cooperate, I will post the link to our Facebook.
You know, it was just about a week or 2 ago, or 3 or 4, that Booker's came out with the milkshake, and now you see they're coming out with the Southern Thunder batch.
Southern Thunder.
Yeah,
Doesn't it seem
and
like
you
some
know,
sort of trucking thing. You know, you're going to a hot rod or
there's something. You know, there's always a story to the name of what the batch is, and Southern Thunder. I mean, is it because Tornado Alley has moved closer to Kentucky now? I don't know. I'll be curious to see what the Southern Thunder is all about.
That may be car racing.
So that's the third batch. For
it may
right?
harken back to the moonshining when
you
know they built hot rods to move the hooch around, right?
That's very possible. So
Bill might have won.
And I just pulled that right out of the air. I have no idea. I didn't
you
even
did
know
good.
the name of this. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, if you're a Booker's fan, keep that on your radar. The third release of the year, and then Angel's Envy is going to release their first ever age stated rye. Are you guys fans of Angel's Envy?
Not really. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't know. I've not had enough of it to really say one way or the other.
Roger?
No, sir. I moved beyond it. I had one bottle, and that was at the beginning of the journey, and have not replaced it. It's just, it doesn't have, it didn't have that thing staying power with me like some of the other stuff that I've gotten into.
I guess I'm right there with you guys. I've got a bottle or two. It's not my favorite. I'll drink it, but you know.
I know they got a great experience in Louisville. Everybody says they enjoy the experience.
Yeah, it's a great time. Had a great time. What about this bottle here? What about this bottle here? Yeah. It was released about a week and a half ago. Anybody know anything about the President's Choice this year?
Well, they're doing a bourbon and a rye like they did last year, which is interesting. I'm trying to figure out. They never release a lot of. I know their single barrel program. I know it says things like that, but there's a lot of other question marks as far as what's in the bottle. And whereas other places have a lot more transparency, it doesn't seem like there is. And there's a pretty hefty price tag that used to go with these bottles, but they seem to have come down a little bit as they've released more of them each year, the last 2 years.
Yeah, they're still pretty hefty.
Yeah.
I may know somebody who snagged one of them.
Oh.
Well, we'll see.
The bourbon or the rye?
Bourbon. It was a good week last week, guys. It was a good week. Expensive week, but a good one. And lastly, before we bring anybody up, the guys on our guests on for the rest of the show, I don't think a show goes by that we don't mention something about Buffalo Trace, right?
Seems like every time.
And don't look at the bottle. That's an AI rendition of a news, release that I found. But single estate bourbon. What do you think that's going to be like?
One, I
Um,
didn't know they had estates.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to get me the definition of what they call an estate. I'm just saying.
Well, from what I understand, and this is not official, this is going to be like another program, kind of like the Single Oak Project, where what this is they are actually taking corn. It's kind of an old idea, right? Like everybody else has kind of already done this.
Kind of the
They're
grain to
taking
glass philosophy.
Grain to
much.
glass formula from Heaven Hill.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's corn that's raised in that area, and the terroir and all that. But Buffalo Trace is going to do it. They're going to do it bigger and better than louder. People will be standing in line for hours to try to get one of these bottles.
Yeah. And I kind of applaud that. I like the fact that they're using, local grains and stuff like that instead of just, mass market stuff. But it really comes down to it's another marketing campaign, right? So
That's right.
anyway.
That's right. Well, we're going to have a marketing campaign right now. We're going to market for HK Young. I know
All right.
they're relatively new. Hold on, let me get out of this page. Relatively new to the game of whiskey, if you will. They're a couple of years old. Roger and I fell in love with the product when we went to Tennessee earlier this year. When we went up to Old Glory and we went into a liquor store there, and they had a representative showcasing their products, and Roger and I both left with a bottle since we can't get it here in Arkansas. And man, I'm going to tell you, if you haven't got your hands on some of this, you need to, because it is some good stuff. So we're going to, Roger's going to show off his bottle there. I can show off 2 bottles, Roger. Look, is two scoops of ice cream better than one?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You bet.
So we're going to bring to the table the founders of HK Young. We've got Cole Hanna. Hey, Cole, how are you?
Hey, guys.
And
Doing well. Thanks
also,
for having us.
we're going to bring in Tyler Young. Now, if you haven't figured out, the Young part of this label would be Tyler. And the H part would be Cole Hanna. Where is the K part?
Yeah, where's Spencer at, Tyler?
I think he got caught up tonight.
Oh,
That's the other
Well,
co-founder.
there you go.
Spencer Clygen.
I'm glad you
can
pronounced
say
the
the
last
name.
name. Yeah.
So guys, either one of you or both of you want to jump in on this? I have a question right off the bat. When I got this bottle, well, the other bottle, but there were these 3 leaves on the, and they look like tobacco leaves to me. So what is the story behind that design on the bottles? Does it reflect, like a heritage, something in your area that you're from, or just kind of give us a little background on that, if you will?
So Christian County has I got it. Yeah. So Christian County has a big tobacco heritage, and so there's 3 founders: myself, Cole Hanna, and Spencer Clygen, and pretty simple. That's what the 3 tobacco leaves represent, and we went through the process of choosing a label, a design, and everything. And our goal was always to come back here to Christian County, and that's one of the things that just represents our county and our region the best. And so we chose, that's where we got the tobacco leaves from.
So for us gentlemen from Arkansas here and from other parts of the country, where is Christian County in Kentucky compared to like the triangle of Louisville, Bardstown, and Frankfort? Where would this be?
So we're in Western Kentucky. We're on the Tennessee Kentucky line, right near Fort Campbell military base,
Okay.
and we're about an hour north of Nashville. So that's about
Okay.
the easiest way
So-
to explain it is
So
everyone
y'all
knows where
guys
Nashville is.
You guys are pretty close then say like where we found these bottles. We were in help me out,
Yes.
Roger. Where were we?
Clarksville.
Clarksville, Tennessee,
Yeah.
at Old Glory,
Yep.
and so that's where we found these bottles. So you're in that region then.
Yeah, just down the road. I mean, we're 25-minute drive from Old
Okay.
Glory, and
Nice. Well, that explains a lot to us then, doesn't it, Roger?
Yeah, yeah, and I think some of the things we talked about earlier, when I think Cole brought on, that I found interesting, is the source of a majority of their bourbon is from Kentucky, and it's from something that we're all familiar with, and something that me and Will and you both kind of share as one of our favorite distilleries. Cole, you want to let us know who you guys get a majority of your sourcing of the bourbon you use in your blending?
Yeah, of course. And this just leads me off into, down a little rabbit hole. So bear with me, but
Go for it.
when Tyler and I were discussing this, and deciding that we wanted to develop a brand, which, there's more background on that and happy to go into it. But one of the things that, Tyler kind of alluded to it, is that we really wanted to stick to our roots. And you have to understand, the time and place of when we were deciding to create a brand. We knew that there was overproduction. We knew that there was a lot of competition. We knew that there was probably, we're in some kind of bubble. So we really wanted to create something that was, bubble proof, if you will. And so it was extremely important for us to, like I said, stick to our roots and focus on Kentucky. In doing that, you see a lot of NDPs that source from a plethora of different distilleries, and, in ensuring that we could be bubble proof, we wanted to source from some companies that we knew we would have access to. So our co-packer is Bardstown Bourbon Company. And then so we, of course, in working with them, we get access to some stocks that, maybe the broader market doesn't always have access to. So we decided extremely early on that we were going to, as long as we could, and I think we can do it sustainably for as long as we want and wish to, is to source explicitly from Bardstown Bourbon Company and Green River. Between those two distilleries, which, as you know, are kind of fall under the Lofted Spirits umbrella now, we have access to probably well over 120 mash bills, 4 grains, rye. I mean, if I could show you, it's almost a menu that is presented to us. So from contract distillation to acquiring aged stocks, we have everything that you could ever need. And like I said, that creates a sustainable business model. And then it also creates, that kind of continuity in your profiles. So, we tasted through many things. We looked at many different opportunities. But, as we kind of were discussing earlier, we wanted to make sure that we could kind of create a model and an identity that was consistent and could be consistent long down the road. So we source from Bardstown Bourbon Company, Green River. And as you'll see, and we can go down into the single barrels and some of the different mash bills that we're using, we just have a lot of creative power behind that. And so that's the plan for now.
Nice.
Yeah, we've been to Bardstown for a lot of tours and a lot of tastings and things like that, and it's amazing. Every time we go there, they go, well, here's something you might not have had before. They pulled out, something, and it's a little bit different mash bill, a little bit different thing. Same thing goes with Green River, because they can only use certain ones in their main products, but they make so many different varieties, and each one's just a little different, has a little different profile to it. But the thing you add to it is you added the toasting. You toasted.
Oh, what did you say, Roger?
I said toasted.
Toasted, yeah. Have a drink, everyone.
Everybody.
Now, if you notice, Cole is not drinking out of a Glencairn. Cole is actually over in Germany right now, so it's like 3:25 in the morning.
That's it.
So thank you for getting up early or staying up late. Either one. To be
Yeah,
on
we
the show.
appreciate it for sure.
And thank you for your service. So
Absolutely.
the key is it's the only time of day there that's going to be the coolest time of the day over in Europe right now.
Yeah, it actually works out pretty well for me.
Yeah, heat wave. 100. What'd you say? It was 101 today?
Yeah, I got up to 101 here, and Europe doesn't like air conditioning like we do in the States. So my wife and I bought a little portable AC unit for our bedroom. So that's about the only spot in the house right now. That's a cool 70.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, they
my
don't
little
like ice. They
speakeasy-
don't like, yeah.
In my little speakeasy, I have a little air conditioner running, and unfortunately for me, I forgot to turn it on until I walked in here. So it wasn't quite as hot as what it is over there, Cole, but it was probably a good 80 something degrees in here, and it's a little stuffy, but
Yeah. It's probably what I'm in right now. We're probably mid 80s in here.
well, it's better than being outside. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
in the basement, the coolest room in the house right here. So
Rub it in.
yeah.
Everybody
So-
talks about, blending and this and that. Can you guys kind of walk us through the process? Like if you go to Green River or you go to Bardstown Bourbon Company and you have all these different mash bills and how do you even set your mind on a flavor profile that you're wanting to do? I mean, can you kind of walk us through that process?
Yeah, of course. So there's several ways that we approach it. For us, I was kind of a student of Scotch, if you will, and that kind of led us into this idea of using these different toasted barrels. And if I get off track, please bring me back on. But what we realize is if you look at the Scotch world, there's these distilleries and producers that are aging stocks in all kinds of different barrels, and then when they're blending, they're using at times dozens of different ones to create a distinct profile. So even mash bill aside, we wanted to do something kind of unique, and so we turned to the toasted barrel finishing. And like we were discussing earlier, we wanted to kind of own that space. So whereas you see a lot of people that might have one toasted product, they'll have a heavy toast or a medium toast or something like that. As of right now, we have 5, and we're always working to develop more depending on what we're trying to produce. So for our like toasted barrel blend, like you gentlemen have, we have 3 different types of toasted barrels that were custom developed for us. Then we also have those where we can present them in the single barrel format. So if you look at the back of your single barrel bottle, you'll notice that there's the 3 different toasted barrels we use. And so as you go out and you're hunting for different whiskeys, you can try one of our mash bills, finish in a that might be the
It was a medium toast.
medium toast.
Yep, the top box.
Yeah, so you can. I think that's the barrel code is an HC on the front, so that stands for heavy corn or high corn. So that's our 78, 10, 12 mash bill. So you can find that 78, 10, 12 mash bill finished in one of our 3 different barrels. You can compare the 2. You can make your own little blend like we do with our toasted barrel blend. So kind of a fun approach. And then with us, it's a lot of play. We worked with Dan from Bardstown Bourbon Company on our first blend. At the time, we had around 3 different mash bills that we were playing with. 78, 10, 12 was kind of our base for anything that we do. Our first big purchase about 4 years ago now was, I think, Tyler, like 100 barrels of 78, 10, 12. That was our starting point. And then we just kind of moved from there. We found some actually really cool barrels buried in Green River, some old OZ Tyler stuff that they had it was one of the first runs they produced. I think honestly, when they reopened, it was like the 2nd month of their production. And we have some barrels of 70, 20, 10, which as most folks know, that's not a broadly produced mash bill, or it's not one they produce at all anymore. Like I said, I'll go down the rabbit hole on that later if we want to, but so we bought like 40 something barrels of that stuff, which is really unique. So really we just started playing around, and when you do what we do with like the toasted barrel blend, right? So that's, right now it's that one mash bill that we kind of create a base. You know what I mean? If you're building a pizza, you got the dough. You got to start out with a good dough. So the 78, 10, 12 and our different toasted barrel blends, we'll tweak that. We'll use, say for, I think the From Georgia with Love, I think we use 9 different barrels to create the base blend. They're finished in a variety of our toasted barrels. I think probably all 3 for that one. So you had medium toast, heavy toast, our custom one, and our custom spice toast. So we create a really good base. And once you have the good base, then it's just kind of, what toppings do you want to add on top of it? So we can add in, a couple barrels of a higher rye if we want to tweak that up a little bit. If there's barrels that we have in our stocks that add a little more fruitiness, you're not really going to get that from the 78, 10, 12. We'll start adding that. And then really it's just plain. So what happens a lot now is Derek, our VP of sales, he'll go up to the lab actually at Bardstown, which is one reason they're a really great partner. And he'll go into the lab and he'll sit with their folks and they just start playing. They'll create, they'll pull maybe 40 barrel samples to play with the base. They'll search for mouthfeel. And then, kind of what we want to be the more forward facing notes on it. And then after that, they'll just start tweaking it and playing with it. And I think by the end of it, they'll come up with about 4 different options, ranging kind of from a higher spice, more tannic, dry mouthfeel to something oily. And then they'll just sit there and actually Derek oftentimes will bring those samples back down, and then him, Tyler, and Spencer will get into their little lab and turn it into a little bit of a party. But we typically come out of that with the next blend that we're doing. So
just laughing at Steve Bill's comment there. I had to get some more Glens with products in it so he could keep up with all the toasted that's going on.
Yeah.
So
you might not want to follow that rule tonight because you guys are going to get toasted for sure.
Well, hey, you can always drink water.
Yeah.
You don't have to drink bourbon every single sip.
You can be like me and just hold it and just act like you're drinking.
Yeah, I mean, you can just do this. Oh yeah, I just got a good drink there. So we know Roger Craig and I like Green River. We like Bardstown. So we know you're getting a quality product when you're getting it from those 2 distilleries. So when you're evaluating these barrels that you're getting from them, what kind of characteristics are you looking for in the whiskey that makes it exceptional, that it's something that you want to put into your blend? And are there any certain flavor profiles that you're chasing?
Ooh, that's a good question. Of course, anymore it's, and I think something that's different about production today is really the quality is not an issue. So when we're tasting things and we're deciding what to buy, typically it's a conversation between Tyler and I. We'll taste through, just in the last couple of weeks. Oh, sorry. I think I can cuss, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
We've worked through, probably 40 different samples of just seeing what we want to add into the inventory. So a lot of times anymore, like I said, we found the mash bill, and also it's for a specific producer that I can't name, but there's Bardstown. This is another little tangent I'm going to go on, but they have what's called overproduction. So when they're doing a contract distillation run for at company X, it's like a few thousand barrels or something like that. Typically they'll end up producing say it's 3,000. They'll end up producing 3,400 or something like that. And so oftentimes they don't even, they want to keep stocks for their own projects and stuff like that. So they'll just keep the overage. And then that's the stuff that we have access to. We have our own contract distillation runs and stuff like that, but we can go through and find these overages. And a lot of times these are massive distillation runs. So it's something that we can consistently purchase. So with the 78, 10, 12 that I think we're always going to consistently use that. And we have that consistency too, because, it's going to be the same yeast strain. It's produced for a company that is looking for consistency. So with that, we, are blessed to be able to have access to that same consistency. And then it's really like outside of the 78, 10, 12, we're looking for things that are unique, that just stand apart, that we can kind of play with, like I said earlier. So one of the things we've tracked down mash bill wise is a 60-40. So 60% corn, 40%, is it a rye? Malted barley, actually. 60% corn, 40% rye, which I don't think anyone besides us has released purely in that format. It was created for a company that rhymes with Schmai West for a certain rye blend. That
I wonder who that. I have no idea what you're talking
please.
about.
So we just like I said earlier, we're like, we have this menu of options, and we're like, hey, what's that about? That's an interesting one. And we get to go in there, and we actually, Bardstown has these, they'll produce employee barrels. So like we go in there and, we know what we bought, and we tasted through them, and we, found a mash bill that we thought was really fun and unique. And then what we ended up buying, like half of them were employee barrels. So I think if you stay with Bardstown for like 5 years, you end up getting your own barrel. And if you don't, then it just kind of goes back into the sea. And then we have the unique positioning to be able to snag them. So the 60-40 is a fun one. We've released a few. If you're familiar with Short Stuff Bourbon, she did a single barrel release this year of one of our 60-40s. If you all ever want to play around with it, it's super unique. And then, so yeah, a lot of it's playing around. Of course, like I said, it's not a quality issue, so everything we try is pretty dang good. But we want to have things that we can continue to play with. So we've got the good base selected. We've got the consistency. Outside of that, we're really just having fun.
Well, Roger, you want to go next?
I was waiting to see what Roger had to say.
Yeah,
Roger might be asleep up there.
I'm enjoying it. I'm just sitting here.
I am too. I went from the weeded toasted barrel to the one that I picked up when I was in Kentucky, and it's the from Georgia with Love, 6 year product. Man, I just love toasted bourbons. There's something about that toasted taste on it, or I don't know. There's just something that just gets me. So of course I'm a huge fan right off the bat. I'm going to ask a question that's not actually on our list of questions I was going to ask. So you guys have been in the business, what'd you say, a little over 2 years now? Where all are you guys located? Like, I know you're not in Arkansas. Do you guys ship? Do you, what's your distribution look like, Tyler? Can you evolve a little bit on that dumb question?
Cole would probably be better to elaborate on that.
Well, then we'll go to Cole.
There we go.
Yeah, that's kind of my wheelhouse. I do a lot of the business development stuff, just for the record and for the audience. Try to find where I can be useful overseas, especially like I mentioned to you all earlier. Last year I was plus 2 more hours to the east in Tbilisi, Georgia. So if I can do something behind a computer, I'm doing it behind a computer. To answer your question, so we have 2 online platforms. So you can purchase through our website, which has, I think it can be shipped to 48 different states. We're on Bourbon Outfitters as another online retail source. And then distribution wise, so right now we are in Kentucky, Tennessee, New York, New Jersey, Texas, primarily focused in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Texas is a beast. And what we realized with Texas in kind of a unique take, or not a unique take, but I don't know how familiar you are all with the distribution process, but it is a challenging one. Every state, you truly need a different approach in how you're going to release there. There's no one size fits all option. Had you done this, maybe if we were discussing this 6 years ago, you could be with one distributor across, 30 states, and you sign with them and you're good to go. It's really not the case anymore. With the amount of NDPs and producers that have popped up on the scene over the last decade, it's really cutthroat out there. So Texas is just an example I want to use, because you have to almost look at Texas, and you can look at a lot of states as like 5 different parts. So with Texas, we're focused on Dallas-Fort Worth now. We'll have one distributor there, and then as we grow, you can probably add on several more. But it gets that specific market focus, people that are very familiar with it, and then not having to rely on the big folks. the small guys, you know, when it comes to distribution, and if you work in the distribution world, sorry, I love you, but I think you would agree that it's challenging and there's a lot of imperfections on that side. The 3-tier system is definitely not set up to support the producer. It's set up to ensure that distributors, you know, the states are looked after first, which makes sense because they can control that legislation on their levels. And then, of course, you know, the stores who have to kind of play middle ground. So with Texas, we've got a small distributor focused in Dallas-Fort Worth, a lot to be said. We just launched in Florida. If you're familiar with, I'm sure some folks are, Jeff, he used to work with Greenlight Distribution. So in Florida, we have a different technique where we have kind of a sales guy that is on our payroll, and we do what's throughput distribution. So we have a sales guy that's permanently going out and selling it, and then we have a distributor that just kind of does the delivery aspect, which in all honesty, they take lower margins. So then we can afford to give that to the sales guy who then can go out and actually do the work instead of relying on, you know, the distributor to do it. That oftentimes, you know, they've got thousands of accounts, and as a small producer, you're just not going to get that level of attention. So the small guys really have to be strategic about it. We learned that really early on. We still play with it today. There's a couple of states that we're working on. And I think in Kansas as well, Kansas and Wyoming. So Kansas is where I'm from originally, born and raised. I went to the University of Kansas for undergrad. My first duty station in the Army was Fort Riley, Kansas. I just couldn't escape. So it meant a lot for us to get there. And family that are back in Kansas. So
you know a lot about corn then?
You know, I'm from Kansas City. My wife is from Western Kansas.
Okay.
And yeah, she can put me to shame with farming knowledge, but yeah, seen plenty of flatness and seen plenty of corn. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We have a question from the audience here. Congrats on your anniversary of releasing Gambit. How many total releases have you done since that initial release?
Whew. So we have Toasted Barrel Blend was our kind of flagship, if you will. Like I said, it's something that we can kind of play around with. All that to be said, on the Toasted Barrel Blend side, we're on batch 4 right now. And then for those that are familiar with our products, and you guys will see it as, you continue to stick with us, we then also have LE coated batches of Toasted Barrel Blend. Anytime we have an LE batch, it's 4 barrels or less. So that's when Tyler, Spencer, and Derek will sit there and, maybe they can't come up with one batch that they just want to make, 10, 12 barrel blend of. And they're like, hey, these 2 or these 3 paired really, really well. Let's just do something small, something fun. We can dump all that into one market. And I don't like saying, I guess, dump it, but, release it all into one market. It can be focused. And it's also something that's fun too, that, Tyler, you could touch on a little more, but the first 3 LEs we did, they were all for different states to release, and Tyler developed those. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, I think about 9 releases of the Toasted Barrel Blend. We just bottled batch 3 of our 91.4 proof, which is honestly, and I think this is the direction the market's going. We have a lot of course, whiskey nerds that support us and love the industry, but we have to remember, as a producer, that accounts for like 0.02% of bourbon consumers. So we developed the 91.4 proof. That actually, the very first we released, got 93 out of 100 points at the International Wine and Spirits competition. It was the highest rated barrel finished bourbon in the entire competition. We were like, hey, if we can release, our lowest proof product, I think retails around $64.99. And you'll notice, some people might be like, that's expensive for a 91.4 proof, but everything we do is barrel fit. It's barrel to barrel transferred. The cheapest barrels that we use are around $400. So right now, when you look at the industry where you can buy a 5-year-old barrel of whiskey for about $800, we're, spending half of that just in the finishing barrel. So our finishing barrels are super high quality. So 91.4 proof, like I said, last week we just bottled batch 3 of it. Super, super popular product right now. In terms of sales, that's our number one seller right now. We added in
Which one was that, Cole?
it's a white label 91.4 proof. So it's
The reason why I interrupted you is we had this question, which if you're new to HK Young, which bottle should they go for? Would you think that would be it, or
91.4 proof white label? Absolutely.
that's it, huh? Well,
Yeah,
then good. I interrupted at the right time, then, didn't I?
Yeah, you can do about whatever you want with it. It's what's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of a warm up pour, it's on a hot summer day, like the summertime right now, it's perfect. If you want to go and make a cocktail with it, it'll make one of the best cocktails that exists.
Mhm.
So that got us, more on the on-premise side. Yeah, so I definitely agree with Tyler. But as you look at our SKUs too, we have right now 4, I'll continue to use the word flagship, but we have 4 products that are all very, very different. So we have the 91.4 proof toasted. We have the toasted barrel blend, right? Those are probably the 2 most similar. We have the single barrel, which once again, you can kind of play around with. You can see our different mash bills kind of on their own and the different finished barrels that we use. And then we have the wheated. So we kind of have all the bases covered with that. No rye yet. I know everyone has been asking and bothering us nonstop about it. But show up with your pocket, and then you'll convince me to convince us to produce the rye. Because, like I said earlier, we know the whiskey nerds love it, but
it's a little more
general
difficult to move that rye.
Not as high.
Yeah.
no. I mean, there's a number of other products that we could produce because it's a business too. Like Tyler and I 2 years ago were like, let's create a burr rye and let's jump into this, and then you start actually putting this, everything comes into fruition. You're like, well, that would probably be the smallest sales would probably be contributed to rye. We would love to do it. And maybe we'll find some, I don't know, Tyler, we haven't even talked about doing a rye. It's just, there's so many other things that we could do that I think would be better sellers and more approachable. And from a business model, that has a little say in it. So,
no, I agree with you. That's the tough one to handle is when you go and get that SKU and add it rye to the mix, because it will move at a pace at about 10, 12, 15% of your sales of what other of your bourbon will go, and you'll be sitting on that inventory a lot longer. So we see that with a lot of the other producers out there that we get into, and it's just once you do get that ability to do a rye one time, you'll have it. Somebody wants it, they can come out and grab it. But I think you're doing a great job with the ones you have, especially the wheated profile. That is really
cool.
That is really, really cool. I enjoy that bottle. We had tried, I guess, the wheated that you had at the store. They had it at the store, and it was good. But with this single barrel is just amazing.
Glad to hear. Tyler, sorry, you have anything to continue on with our products? You'll see me, guys. I live and sleep this, and it's
Cole gets long-winded every now and then. That's good.
All 3 of us the same way.
Do you just want me to drop him when he keeps going?
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. He's fantastic. No, he's our heartbeat with HK Young Bourbon. Absolutely, he is. He's our Mad Hatter. He's our Willy Wonka. He creates everything, and he's done a fantastic job.
I like that Willy Wonka.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Keep everybody coming to the chocolate factory.
There you go.
You mentioned where you guys are at up there, and I don't know about Craig, but we've talked about this. Western Kentucky has got some exciting brands coming out of that area.
Absolutely.
One of them that we of course enjoy, the Old Glory, just because of the name and the things we did. We did our first barrel pick with them. There's been a couple others out of there. I think Left Bank Bourbon is out of there, and then Silk Velvet, which I guess is at the Western Kentucky Distilling. And I don't know, Jacob Call is their master now. Did you guys ever work with Jacob when he was at Green River, or was he gone already?
So a little bit. And of course, he produced, I think, everything that we've tried so far. So
Yeah.
yeah, very familiar with Jacob. Western Kentucky, that entire crew over there is amazing. And the stuff they're producing, like you said, is extremely good. I'm excited to see what the future holds for them. But Jacob is a man. I mean, it's in his blood. That guy is extremely talented.
Yeah, I just been excited about all the different smaller brands that are coming, craft brands that are coming out of the Western Kentucky market that people are missing. They don't. If you haven't tried it, try it, because there's a lot of really good bourbon coming from that area, and you don't necessarily have to get you go to Louisville or go to Bardstown to find good bourbon.
No, and truthfully, I think we're purists somewhat in a sense, but I think as time goes on, we'll continue to expand outside of just not. And I say we, I mean the industry will continue to expand even outside of Kentucky and start finding some really unique producers that are doing some amazing things. And a fun fact about Silk Velvet, I'll do a little plug for those guys because I love them. Those barrels actually, I mean, they're aged in them, but they're toasted as well. So,
yep.
Roger is a big fan of Silk Velvet.
He loves them. Yep.
I love everything
right.
except for the
We're
cork.
about
We'll
silk-
talk
we're
about
about-
that a little later.
About Silk Velveted to death listening to Roger talk about it.
Well, I enjoy all that, and again, it's all from the source of where the juice came from. Like you had mentioned, is Green River, Bardstown. Those guys have done some amazing the variety of juice that's available and things like that. That you can make a lot of different things out of it, and it's just really good. Just enjoy it a lot.
Do you guys ever see yourself expanding beyond toasted barrels with your finishing, or that's kind of your niche and you're going to stick with that?
Tyler, we talked a little bit about it today.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah, I think we will. For now, I mean, like, sorry, you're going to get me going on another. I think about this a lot. If you didn't know, there's something to be said to us about having an identity, and I think there's, once again, there's a lot of people doing a lot of amazing things, but when you get down to like, what is the identity of a brand? Sometimes, if it's just a label, then, that's great. And that can be a part of it. But, to us, we wanted to expand a little past that. So, I went on my tirade earlier about consistency and everything about, in that realm.
Yeah.
But I think, we unless we can't do it and, we really have to, I think, Tyler, I don't know. I think we're going to stick to it. But there's unique way, we could still do toast, and then we could do toast, and then we could finish in a sherry barrel. We can do it in a champagne barrel. We might have those things sitting and, arriving at the docks this week. Like, there's plenty of ways that you can play on it and continue to, to still expand and do unique things. I want to see some bangers. So if y'all don't know, Matt Carter and me and Tyler go way back about 8 years.
We know. He was the one that he was the one that said, "Hey, you got to go find them. They're doing a tasting down the road. Go taste it." And they're like, "Okay."
Yeah, Matt's a teddy bear. Yeah, I mean, that's actually Tyler and I met through Matt Carter. So,
Yep.
I was stationed at Fort Campbell. Tyler was up in Hopkinsville. I think Matt grabbed me one day. He's like, "Hey, you got to come meet this guy. He runs the Hopkinsville Bourbon Society. I think you guys would get along." I think Tyler, I think we went and grabbed lunch somewhere in Hopkinsville, and then
Yep.
the rest is history.
That's right. Shout out to Matt.
Well, speaking of Matt, I'm going to plug Matt a little bit here. I saw where just this week he picked his first single barrel for Old Glory.
There we go.
And was hawking that. Had it out there on the barrel tops. So
I'd like to say I think he helped pick a few other single barrels too.
yeah, well,
does he have a hand in that? I don't know.
maybe. I don't know.
I think he puts a hand into everything.
That double
Double
oak that
oak
he had
and
a
everything.
hand in, I don't know about that. Well, it was just all right.
Just all
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Just all
Just all
right.
right.
Yeah.
I like to say we were the
Yeah.
motivation, for Matt and them to start talking about double oaking.
Oh, it's you don't have to talk me into it. I love that. Love the whole idea and the premise and the process. And I agree with you. I think there's a lot more different types of toasted barrels you can play with. There's some different barrels you can get because unfortunately, with things slow down a little bit, there might be more availability of barrels that you might not be able to get before that are
Absolutely.
available on the marketplace. Am I right, Tyler?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's always that barrel out there. There's always somebody that's got 20 or 30 barrels they couldn't take, and some distributor, what's our friends in Louisville? What were they called? The big barrel warehouse in
Oh, the
Louisville.
Midwest Barrel.
Midwest Barrel
Barrel?
Company. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were laughing because we went in there and they just had tens of thousands of barrels, and they were moving them in and moving them out and going each way. And what was it? It takes a good bourbon barrel to make Irish whiskey, and
Mhm.
We had it's funny. Sorry, it's just funny you mentioned that because with the weeded, so we sell all of our, I think 98% of our used barrels back to brokers, and they end up anywhere in the world. So actually, like 6 months ago on Instagram, we had a random Bubba from Ireland hit us up and said, "You're not going to believe this. We just got some of your barrels in," and he sent me a picture of it. And one of our used weeded barrels, I think it was one of our wave staves, ended up in Ireland, and it was now being finished or used to age Irish whiskey. And he's like, "Yeah, if you're ever in town, swing on by, we'll give you a tour." So it's wild.
Nice.
Now,
Yeah.
I have a question since I may dabble in the dark arts of these things. So, making a bourbon, you can only use a barrel one time. But on a toasted product, say, so that's basically your double barreling it. Can you use those barrels more than once? Or do you seem like they just lose their potential after one barreling? Or I mean, is there any laws against that? Or I mean,
So we had these discussions actually early on too. So not technically. I mean, because when you're finishing, I mean, you'll see guys that'll finish and stag barrels and stuff like this. So as long as you're transparent about what you're doing, it's okay, and you're putting it on the label. Now, I think there's probably some folks out there that are doing similar things and not disclosing it. I think there's maybe it maybe not be illegal, but some ethical questions behind it. We've experimented with it. You get a lot higher punch, but I think we might have one barrel, because we also too want to see how far we can go with it. I think right now we have one barrel that and it's expensive because the loss is huge, but we've cross transferred into it 3 times just to see what's, how far you can push them. And I think, probably around, once you've got about a year of use out of it, it's time to get rid of it.
spent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that toasted process, we were talking backstage, you're using mainly toasted barrels, which very little, well, no char actually. You said you have done some with like a char 1. So yeah, once you how would I say, use the goodie up out of it, I mean, I guess it's time to fill it up with beer or some other product, but
Irish whiskey.
there you go. There you go. Well, what I want to know y'all's opinions on, we were talking about proof earlier. What is kind of your proof? I mean, both of these that I have here are higher proof. The toasted weeded is 129. This other one that I have here is 117. Is there a certain proof that you guys go for? And I have to ask the question, what is your opinion on hazmat bottles, products? Seems like there's such a demand for hazmat products. And we're just not huge fans of it ourselves, but
Tyler, I'll let you give your opinion and I'll give mine.
So I'm a fan of hazmat products. The masses are not. So when we created our products, we, you know, sometimes we steer clear of the hazmat, but I mean there is a market for it, and a market that's it's what you, when you've got a brand, you got to search for the masses, and
Yeah.
but we have also tried to be purists, and me and Cole have our tastes are real similar, and we both like, hey, give me the 125 to 135. We love it. When, we've had really good juice from different distilleries and stuff. It hazmat proof too, and that we've enjoyed. But for the masses, that stuff's hard to get a hold of, for
Right.
one.
Mhm.
And
Well,
we're we,
is that the allure of it? Is because it's a rarity, or just
well,
I mean, does people really enjoy? See, to me, and I'll give you my personal opinion. Uh, like I said, I'm not a big fan of hazmat, but if I can get a hazmat that drinks like 110 proof,
yeah. See, that's where
then you got something special.
it's quality over quantity.
Right.
You gotta have quality.
Yeah.
And everything we do, we try to have quality to it, and we're not just searching for hazmat, high proof, whatever. Anything we put out, we want quality. And we've been blessed to be around good folks and stuff, and even the guys that come and help us do some of the small tastings and stuff, where we're finally picking out some of the flavor profiles and stuff that we're searching for. We've got some guys here local in Hopkinsville. Bryce and I and Alex Williams are always with us. They're great guys, man, fantastic. They've always been welcomed in our circles and stuff, and they help us select some of the batches and stuff that we do. They've helped us, and but man, I love hazmat stuff, but I am not the norm. So we try to stay with the norm, stay with the masses, but also test the boundaries and stuff too, that'll help us make a quality product.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Oh, what's your opinion on hazmat?
Yeah, I think it's a big it depends. Tyler and I have together had some probably the best hazmat stuff ever released. In they're old weeded barrels that are, I mean, truly people, I'm sure you gentlemen are very familiar with it, but these like the stolen barrels that are might be some like hazmat weeded stuff that never got released. I think there's good whiskey in it. I think a lot of times too, when we're talking proof, when you get up to that, really what a lot of times is that high alcohol is covering up imperfections. Not to say that, any of these hazmats are bad and stuff, but like at 140 proof, your palate's getting a little cooked. And 135 plus, it's still getting cooked. So it could still taste really good. I think the popularity behind it, the lure behind it, like you said, is that it's just hard to find. It's unique. But, Tyler and I, we like to think, and why we don't really, go seeking it too much is if you don't have a label, if you don't know the proof and you're just drinking it, does that matter more? Or does it, if it is hazmat, would you know? If you just take, you probably would. But I think there's a lot of hype behind it. I think it's unique. I think there's maybe really one big producer right now that's releasing hazmat barrels, and you'll see them probably released across 20 different NDPs, and it's a collector's item. In terms of drinking, though, there's a reason why. You look back 20 years ago, how many hazmat barrels were getting released? None. because they were really interested in quality, and they were wanting to make something drinkable that, you know, you could, when you dilute it down, you do add a little water, you have a lower proof, you can typically, you know, you're seeing through the whiskey. You can know at a lower proof. And that's why it's actually really hard to blend at lower proofs, because it highlights imperfections. The more diluted down it is, the lower proof. If something's wonky about it, like, it's going to stand out. I guarantee you, if folks took some of these hazmats and you proofed it down to like 110, you'd probably like, whoa, what the hell is that? But you're not noticing it because it's so damn hot.
Yeah.
So I think they're
Yeah.
unique. I don't.
You touched on a real good point that not many people on this show have touched on, but our friend Dave Shurek from Boondocks, he touched on that about the lower the proof, the more flavor that comes through, but also the more imperfection that you can pull out. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize, you know. Just like this decanter, y'all saw me showing that at the beginning of the show. That is 86 proof Jim Beam. I'm sorry, 80 proof Jim Beam product. So, you know, that's a pretty low proof. I'm kind of curious of what that's going to taste like.
It's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I bet it.
So.
I bet it will be, since it's now that is probably older than you, Cole.
It's definitely older than me.
I was gonna say.
I bet you Tyler too. Just saying.
I bet.
Got some age on me.
Oh,
You just can't see it with a hat.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, he takes the hat off and then it explains everything.
We don't
it
take the
ain't
hat
too
off.
bad. It just slicks back.
the hat stays on.
Well, here for the audience, we've got about 30 something people watching right now. I want to throw this out for everybody. We're going to give away some samples of the HK Young Weeded. I'm going to throw in some of my Georgia barrel from Georgia with Love. Was this Georgia as in America, or Georgia as in we're on another 2 hours farther past?
Yeah. Here begin the eye roll.
We're going to run that HK Young.
Across the pond, Georgia.
Across the
Okay,
pond, Georgia.
that Georgia. Okay.
Yeah. So what's cool about it is we our first blend, Gambit, we had a recipe, you know, and I think it was 3 different mash bills, 3 different toasted barrel types. And so what we did from Georgia with Love, if you go to our website, you can read a little bit about it, but we released it a year after our first release, Gambit, and we actually took that exact same recipe with all the same stock. So all they were was a year later. So it kind of reflected my, you know, that time overseas, that time in Georgia, and we recreated that blend. So fun little one if you end up tracking down a Gambit, which they don't really exist anymore, but and you taste that next to From Georgia with Love, you can kind of compare the exact same thing that had just, you know, has a year more to its story. So
interesting. HK Young to win the samples. Guys, we're probably pushing past Cole's bedtime over there, since it's what, 4 in the morning now.
Well, he's getting up
my
now.
goodness. Getting up to start his day. Do you guys have anything that's coming out in the future you want to like drop? I know several people in the comments have like, what's going to happen in the future? What are we looking forward to? You guys have anything?
yeah, I think down in well, not your neck of the woods, but in Memphis and Buster's, I think you guys might have some folks that frequent there. I think next week, actually, there's a single barrel heading out there. So, I mean, you guys are the first to kind of hear about that. Obviously not broadly advertised. So cool single barrel heading down there.
If Josh was here, he'd be advertising it.
Yeah.
We have the owner on.
Josh
he's
from
one of our-
Buster's is our co-host on several occasions. So
Yeah, heard nothing but good things. I can actually probably tell you a little about it in 1 second if you're interested.
sure.
Oh, definitely.
So, okay. There's actually a cool story behind this one that I can't share because I'd be talking shit publicly. It's so it's a high corn. So it's a 78, 10, 12 mash bill, 7 years, 11 months. So pushing right at that. This one probably was finished for about almost a year. So that's pretty cool. So you're going to see something that, a lot of folks are finishing 2-4 months. So about a year, coming in at the perfect 115.4. And the barrel that they chose was actually, I think with another tasting, a barrel selection, we had about 8 different barrels set aside for a group, and the entire group minus, I think the person that ran the group chose a barrel, and then they got kind of vetoed and went with the one that the guy running the group wanted, which is a fantastic barrel. So they chose, this is the barrel that was the number one for literally everyone else. So I'm pretty sure it's a damn good barrel.
Well, that's cool.
Well,
'Cause we'll probably see it here in the next few weeks. We're going over there. We've got several barrel picks we've helped him with recently, and he carries the rest of our Old Glory pick that we just had done. So maybe we can we'll definitely get a bottle of that.
I'm gonna be over there Saturday talking with Josh, so maybe I can
I don't know if
Twist his arm a little-
is it been
twist his arm
released
a little
yet, or is it next week?
I think it's getting dropped off. It might be, well, I guess today's Friday now. Well, for me, I think it's getting delivered next week, but Derek
Okay.
might have left him with something. So probably
Okay.
worth inquiring. And Tyler, I think you and I have been talking about one more product that we might end up going with next. I know we're set between a Burr Rye and a possible 4-grain. So you might see something coming up on coming whiskey in the next couple months about a toasted 4-grain.
Yeah, you got to get the label approved on all those fun things.
Yeah.
Something funky though.
Oh, here we go. Sounds like
Something
Tyler's
funky.
enjoying this.
Something to look forward to.
Just gonna give us just a little bit of little funky. That's it.
A little funky.
Yeah.
We don't like to use the word funk. We like to call it earthy.
Yeah.
Is it the
Earthy.
same? Is that the same thing we're talking about here? Kind of like that wild turkey funk, that wild turkey earthiness.
Old school wild turkey funky.
Oh, there we go.
Sounds delicious.
Yes, and that will be available in Memphis as well. You think, or is that going to be just like a single barrel for somebody?
We're playing with it. We're trying to decide what we want to do with it. So,
well, if you need anybody's opinions, I mean, there's 3 guys here on the top row that would probably give you their opinion. I mean,
we all have around Hopkinsville. He doesn't have any problem finding people to help him with his opinions on it.
Well, I should say, if you need somebody to agree with you, I mean, we could agree with you too.
I bet Matt Carter would be in on that too.
Oh, yeah. I know Matt's in.
Hey, you want to give away a sample pack?
I think so.
Can we do that? Can we do that real quick? I think we can do that with everybody on here. Let me see. Let me see if we can do this. Share screen.
You guys are missing. This is some of the best fun you'll ever have, because we have a little ticker go. We got noise makers, everything.
Here we go. We're gonna roll this to see. You know what? I'm just feeling like maybe let's just do 2 sample packs, okay? All right, here's the first one. Here's the first one. William Hall. William Hall is the winner of the first HK Young package giveaway, sample pack giveaway. William, go to our webpage, thebourbonlegends.com. Shoot me your address and everything so I have it, please.
I'll put the email address in the comments.
That's right. We're going to draw again. Here we go. Beep, 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 beep.
The peacock. Yes.
Yeah, see, he's legendary, isn't he? Everybody's always Ernest.
Spread your
Ernest?
feathers, brother.
Ernest, I will bring your samples and hand friggin' deliver them this weekend. If you're going to be at the bottle share in Memphis, I will just hand deliver them. How about that?
So
Well, guys,
Craig,
yes,
yes,
are
are you responsible for taking care of both of these, as far
Yeah,
as getting them shipped out and all that?
I'll do that. Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll even pour them some samples of my own liquor. So
there you go. I'm just
tracking. We got to keep
doing the record keeping over here.
Task.
yes, please. You're a good record keeper. I'm not a good shipper, near as good as you are a record keeper.
Yeah, that reminds me. We need to do some records audits and make sure you shipped everything you were supposed to.
Man, I know.
Get on to you after the show.
Get on my ass. Get on my ass. All right,
Yeah,
guys. Do
I
y'all
gotta
have
tell you
any?
something.
What's
There's
that,
not a
Roger?
guest that we haven't had on that when Ernest's name mentioned, they don't know who it is. It's like he's infamous, as we say. Everybody knows who
Ernest-
the Peacock is.
Ernest is the
peacock.
man. I always say, man, I wish I had a name like Peacock. Because I got a name like Imboden. Nobody knows how to even pronounce it. Guys, y'all have anything else you want to hawk or push or anything before we let you guys go back to sleep? Or let Tyler go to sleep and let Cole get up for the rest of the day?
Tyler, parting thoughts. I'll hand it over to you. I've talked a lot.
Just thank y'all for having us on here, and
You're welcome. Thanks for being on.
Oh, absolutely. We're new to the market. We're making a big push. We're trying to do things different. We're trying to provide quality. We've got some new things coming down the rabbit hole, and I think everybody's going to enjoy it. And I just look forward to being able to provide, and Cole also being able to provide to y'all and the masses, and putting out quality products and stuff that everyone can enjoy. And I think we've got some things that are going to be really interesting coming down, throughout the next couple months and throughout this year that everybody's going to enjoy. And I just, shout out to Cole. Cole's our heart and soul of our company, and also serving our country overseas right now. And just, man, shout out to him, and man, we really appreciate him, and he's our guy.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been a pleasure to work with you guys. I mean, coming from my end, we've only been doing this since about June of last year, so we're in about a year. A guest every Thursday night. You wouldn't believe how many people don't even reply back to us. And so it is just refreshing when you get somebody to reply back to you and then, want to push their product. Man, I don't know. I just appreciate it. I appreciate the enthusiasm and I'm not getting paid to say this, but seriously, if you people out there have not tried HK Young, go out and get your bottle and try it. It's some of the best whiskey that I've had in a long time.
I got a sample of the weeded from Roger or Craig, one of the other of them. I can't remember who it came from, but that's the first HK Young I've had tonight, and I'm very impressed. I enjoy it quite a bit. So you guys are making a great product. Hope to see more of it, and I need to go secure my own bottle now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
Are you guys already in Memphis? Or are you just now getting into the market?
That's a whole nother story. Yeah, we're
Okay.
in the last couple of weeks, we are re-entering Memphis. Sorted out some distribution challenges. So
No, you
We
don't
don't
have
have
to
to
say
go there.
anything
We don't
else.
have to go there. We don't have
for
to
We
go there.
Western
understand.
Tennessee, all the folks in West Tennessee, you will start seeing HK Young hitting the shelves. I think we've got about 90 plus cases on a PO heading out that way right now, and that's just to about 17 stores. So we will.
So we can get Will some.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We get to
Yeah.
Memphis. Because Memphis for us is a little over about 2-hour drive, so
Yeah.
we're over there quite often. So
Yeah, the
Will, I
Arkansas
bet
market's
you-
a whole nother issue for you guys because there's only 3 million people in the state. So it kind of
It's hard to
it's
get
not
good
one of
whiskey
your,
over
not
here.
one of the favorite targets for a lot of companies. But if you ever need to do that, let us know. We've got some really good. We work with a distributor here, Moon. His name's Anthony Eckert. He's a great guy, and if you need anybody to put in touch with him, we'll get you in touch with him.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely let me know.
I've done that a few times.
Yeah, we've done it a few
Absolutely.
times.
Yeah.
And I've
Yeah.
been spamming the comments with y'all's Facebook page and your website all night. So everybody that's been watching should have had an opportunity to go like you on Facebook and go to your website and purchase bottles. And so that's just one of the things we like to do. We appreciate all the guests that come on, and especially the small distilleries and producers. And I know I've learned so much from people like y'all coming on our show, and really enjoy getting to do this. So really appreciate y'all being on tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's an awesome opportunity.
Thank y'all for having us.
If you go to our
Yeah,
website and you want to read more about our blends and stuff, we kind of followed like the cigar blends that Magnus does. So if you want to read more about the blends, the story behind them, each of our primary blends has its little write-up on there that tells a story about why we went in a certain direction or something like that. So if you want to read more, in the
Nice.
links.
And we'll be tagging you guys along the way. We're really doing a push on Facebook now.
Mhm.
And so we're always trying to direct people to the people that we're into. So we're into you guys, whether you like it or not. We're fans.
We'll take you. We'll take you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Thanks to Tyler and to Cole, and guys, maybe we can get you guys back here in about a year or so and see what's going on now or then.
I think we should do it.
Cole,
Yep.
when are you going to
Absolutely.
get back to the States for good?
Hopefully soon.
Yeah. So I make several trips back a year. I'll be back in August, but for good, I'm at 14 years. I plan on riding out a few more to get that, so I can retire at the ripe age of 41, and then maybe do the whiskey thing for a living, and not have to worry about paying myself too much, so I can go back in, product development and stuff like that. So
Nice.
few years, but like I said, I make it back all the time.
Good. Well, celebrate the 250th anniversary. You're going to be over in Germany. Spread a little bit of red, white, and blue around, and be sure to remind them that if it wasn't for us, well, no, I shouldn't say that, because they were the one trying to take over the world, weren't they, back in the 40s? So never mind. I'm not going to go there.
They're a pretty good ally now. I work a lot
Yeah,
with
they're an
Germany.
ally now.
They've stepped up.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, you have a good night and a good morning, a good Friday, and we appreciate you guys being on our show.
Thanks,
Absolutely. Cheers, guys.
All right.
Appreciate y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Thanks for being on there, Cole and Tyler
Tyler.
from HK Young. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good stuff, man. That is real good stuff.
So I think your finds of the week kind of trump my finds of the week, but
What was your finds of the week?
well, I got this nice Augusta weeded Central
That's a
Arkansas
good
Bourbon
one.
and Banner pick.
That's a
Yep.
good one. Shout out to Alex Castle, our friend Alex. That's a good
And
bottle.
and I found, let me see if I can get it out of the koozie. I found the Grillo's PBR. So
What? Pabst Blue Ribbon
yeah,
pickle
so-
beer? Oh my
So
God.
I've got it in my little koozie here. So
The ultimate palate cleanser, man. I'm
yeah,
telling you.
I'm gonna give this a try.
So you're telling me that you guys made fun of me forever for
Woo!
cleansing my palate with a dill pickle, and now y'all are drinking beer, probably
Boy,
made
that-
from artificial dill pickle flavoring.
It smells real pickly.
Smells real pickly.
Real dilly, huh? Like a
Yep.
dilly dough? A dilly dough?
Hmm.
Jeez. So what else is
Oh.
going on this weekend for you
That's-
guys? I know I'm going to be over in Memphis at Daniel's Bottle Share. Also going to an opening of Rosedale Distillery. We're going to try to get those guys on our show as well. What are you guys going to be up to?
I'm going to be sitting around the house, I guess. I don't know.
Staying cool in the air conditioner?
Staying cool in the air conditioner.
yeah, I have my lovely daughter's birthday this weekend, so
Okay. How old is your daughter going to be? 25? Is that right?
25 years old, and she has some friends coming into town, and my wife's coming home from her travels of work, and so we'll have everybody
Nice.
home. It'll be a good time.
Roger will be fed now that his wife will be home. He won't have to go out and eat every night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She'll have
Yeah,
some
he won't
home
be
cooking.
eating out of the microwave, so
That's true.
begging
Hey,
Will for food.
Yeah, I know. Y'all guys went and ate lunch yesterday just so Roger'd have something to eat.
that's right.
Speaking of Josh over there at Buster's with HK Young, we've got our own pick too coming out at Buster's here, probably within the next month or so.
Mhm.
The James Pepper. We've talked about it before in the past. I don't know if there's much more to add to it other than we are at some point between now and probably the end of the next month. I think we're going to shoot a video of us actually tasting and giving our own opinions on this other than, just a static graphic. We're going to actually maybe we're just, how about if we just do a live at some point, like
Well,
maybe a midweek live where we could just jump on and we'll just pour our samples and just reminisce back and give our opinions again, 3 weeks post pick and see what
Well,
we
yeah.
think about this.
I think you announced today earlier, told me earlier, we might have somebody from the distillery coming to join us and talk to us too.
Oh, well, we are going to. Roger put me on the spot here. I got to look it up. Actually, find the gentleman's name.
Yeah.
I got so many names in my head that I don't always.
Hold on, I got him.
So what you want to do is you can go to the Bourbon Legends Facebook. That link there that I just posted.
Cody
And
Giles.
there's an end post. So you want to pre-order this bottle, right? So the price for pre-order for Bourbon Legends pre-order is less than what we saw on just a regular single barrel yesterday,
Yeah.
Roger. Yeah.
Yeah. All
So-
in, the price with tax and everything was just cheaper
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
regular
And
single barrel price.
after it hits Buster's, if you walk in the store, it's going to be at least $10 more than what we're selling it for pre-order.
And I'm sure Josh would appreciate that as well.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying
Coming
if you
in
want
late,
to,
but yeah.
if you want to get a good deal on it, go to the Facebook page, put your end post in there with the number of bottles you want. We're going to try to hand deliver as many of them as we can. So, just let us know where you're at, and we'll try to work it out to where we can get it to you.
Now, we were talking about guests. It's funny. I pull up my email, and I may have got a couple of people committed to the show this today, and one of them is pretty freaking legendary. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the last name that's spelled Beam, but we are going to have Stephen Beam on from it's help me out, Roger. It's
Yellowstone.
That's the brand Yellowstone, but
Limestone Branch.
Limestone
Limestone
Branch,
Branch is
Yellowstone.
and I've got about 4 emails I just noticed from Mr. Beam on my email address. So, Roger, do you have that list of everybody that's going to be on the show in the next 3 months coming up? We want to
We have Cole
just
tonight.
tease a little bit.
And I promise I won't say anything about not liking it.
No, you see, the problem is you're not allowed on that show. When Stephen Beam's here, you're not allowed on that show.
Y'all see this? Y'all see how they're treating me? They're going to ban me from the show just because I don't like the product. I mean, I'm just being honest with y'all. That's all.
Just one of his products. That's it.
You know. I mean,
next week we
toasting's
have
not bad.
Ken Hagens with Left Bank Bourbon.
Left Bank Bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that ought to
That's
be
gonna
really,
be-
really good.
That's going to be a good one.
Bill Welter from Journeyman Distillery up in Michigan is going to be on.
Michigan. That's going to be a good one.
Will be on July 23rd. The 30th is Cody Giles. Is who you have listed, and I believe he is with
He's with Pepper, James E. Pepper.
James
He's
E.
the
Pepper.
master.
He's the master distiller for James E. Pepper.
Yeah, we were going to
Which-
get the owner on, but he had a conflict of interest for that Thursday evening. And so he offered up the master distiller. He says he knows a hell of a lot more about it than I do. So,
Well, and that's the thing is, I don't think whenever we went over there, I don't think Will and Craig realized that they are distillery number 10 in the state of Kentucky. They were, DSPYK KY10, and it is a beautiful old building. It's got they didn't do the tour, but I've done the tour and went through the building, and it's got caverns in it. It goes all over the place, and it's really, really, really cool how they've redone that in that area. It's a great place to visit with some good bourbon. And then Aaron Chepnick's going to be on the following week, August 6th.
who?
Aaron Chepnick.
They may not know who Aaron Chepnick is. We might need to tell them who he represents, who he's the owner of.
He is the owner of Smoke Wagon.
Smoke
Nice.
Wagon.
I can tell
Everybody's
you
heard
this.
of Smoke Wagon.
I can tell you this: Smoke Wagon is trying to kind of make they're blending with the market. They're kind of doing what everybody's looking for at this point, something a little more in a certain price range, and they're changing a little bit as far as their techniques, things like that, to make them more, keep it more relevant. And they're doing a really good job with it. And so you'll start hearing more about Smoke Wagon again.
And if you don't know much about Aaron, go to YouTube and just Google his name.
Yeah.
I mean, not Google, but YouTube his name. He's a fascinating guy, very opinionated, very animated when he speaks. So he's gonna make a great guest. It's gonna be that'll be a fun night.
Yeah, Smoke Wagon to be a good one. And then Pete Thompson is the next weekend. And he's with a relatively newer distillery, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sorry, I'm
Church
laughing at Justin. I'm laughing at Justin.
Oh,
he's having a good time. Hey, he's saying he's not legendary. Is he on the list yet? Have we got him scheduled?
Oh, hold on. He can't jump. He can't jump the gun. Gosh, dang,
Oh,
Justin.
Justin,
Sorry.
we're gonna get there, baby. We're gonna get there, baby.
Yeah,
Woo!
hold your
there we
horses,
go.
Justin.
So August 20th is the show where Will's gonna be banned from, and with Stephen Beam and
Hold on. Breaking news. Matt Carter wants to know, Craig, what's the info on the Memphis bottle share? It's this weekend, man. 6:30 at Daniel's house.
and if you haven't heard about it, I don't know how you haven't heard about it.
Yeah, I don't know how you haven't heard about it, but shoot me a DM after or right now, and when I get off the show, I can hook you up with an address if you want to come on down to Memphis.
Yeah, I had to
Memphis,
strongly
baby.
consider missing my daughter's birthday or going to the bottle share. So, but and
Roger,
then-
should we keep telling who else is going to be on this show, or should
I
we
think
just
so.
end it right there?
No,
I think
no,
we
no.
should just
Keep going. Let's
Justin's
keep
going to be losing it. Justin's going to lose it, baby. Because
Ah,
September 3rd, we have Justin Ister on the show, baby. Woo!
Woo!
Come on.
Yeah.
What's the name of his program? What's Justice's program?
That's real shot.
The real Shaw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
He's going
we
to be
don't
on. We're
even
going to be talking
we
bourbon.
don't
We're
even
going
know
to be
what we're
talking
going to be talking
Cajun
about.
food, bourbon, all them things you like.
I hope everybody comments in the comment section like he does to us, and just keeps us cracked up throughout the damn show. It's hard to concentrate as it is.
See, there he goes.
And then you got Justin over there. That's real Shaw. That's real Shaw.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he the last guest committed right now?
He's the last guest committed. It didn't mean that there's not more. There's more people that aren't committed that are going to be on the show.
Yeah, Craig's got his feelers out all over the place, getting guests lined up. Craig, he's a master at getting guests lined up.
September.
The one thing Roger keeps telling me that I'm too ambitious on this, but I'm like, what we're really trying to do is we're going to try to get on Western Kentucky Distilling. We want to get Silk Velvet on here. We want to get Jacob Call. We've got our feelers out on that one too. So we're going to see how that works. But yeah, that's my goal, is to get like 2 new guests every week. So that way we stay way ahead of the curve, you know.
So what else is going on? What other exciting things are coming up in the near future?
We've got a bottle share that we're doing on July 18th. I think that would be
Conway, Arkansas.
Good. Yeah. If you guys have never been to the beautiful state of Arkansas and you want to enjoy a bottle share, I think you should come on. And we're going to have free barbecue.
And it's going to be at the Knights of Columbus Hall.
That's right.
And something about a Ducks Unlimited decanter, possibly.
Possibly. Well, we're going to do a little bit of a different kind of bottle share. We're making it an event, not just a bottle share where you go in, slap a name tag on. Hello, my name is Bill. You know, oh yeah, I like this, I like that. No, we're going to have games. We're going to have games. We're going to have door prizes, food. I don't know if there's any women there. We might have a strip tease in the corner.
No. Okay.
Well, we're gonna have booze and food.
The Steve Beal dunk tank. Everybody's going to get 3 shots to throw a softball and dunk. Steve Beal
like
into
that.
a dunk tank.
Wow, boy!
So
now you guys are getting ambitious. I mean, if you want to have a dunk tank, I mean, you know, the Knights of Columbus does have a pool in the back. I don't think that's in on the admission, you know.
Steve Beal, he's in.
Hey, I mean, you know, I bet we could find one.
We've got a few more minutes in the show. We want to really interact with our audience. That's something that, you know, Martin, we don't do near as much. Did you say boobs?
Yeah, right there.
Martin Cox.
To interact.
Bring Martin up.
Martin, what else do we need? Boobs and food.
And bourbon.
Who cares about the bourbon as long as we have boobs and food?
Hell.
That's right. That's right. Now, if you guys have any questions, anything you want to know about any of us, or something about whiskey that we can lie to you about, I mean, put it in the comment section. Because you know what? This is a caller-driven show. We want you guys to be a part of this show. That's one thing I don't like about being a bourbon legend, where it's always like my face or Roger's face or Will's face. We're just the face of it, but we're nothing without you guys being a legend yourself. And, you know, like I said, we're doing a push on, bless you. We're doing a push on Facebook. We're trying to grow the brand. So please help us out. Come in and comment. We usually do a question of the day over there. Then we're doing reels. We're doing events. Just come over. The pool's warm. Jump in and enjoy some interaction on Facebook. Right? All right. Steve Bill says, Martin, you definitely will need to get that hotel room now. Boobs.
So the I guess the drink word of the night's going to be what?
Might
Anytime
be
we hear the word
boobs.
Maybe boobs. Yeah.
Might be. Look, Jeff Castle, guys, we've known a long time ago how to go viral, and it is sex sells. But now I've got to tell you this. I don't know. Jeff Castle's into some kinky stuff because it looks like one boob is bigger than the other, and the nipple is like cross-eyed or something. Did you
A
guys
little bit
see that?
unbalanced there. Yeah, a little bit unbalanced.
It's had a little
Although I've
work
heard
done.
that's kind of how it works in the real
It's
world.
had a little
so.
work done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean that just goes to show what kind of person Jeff is there when he's putting out graphics that look like that. My
Well, I mean,
gosh.
if you think about it, we're not fully symmetrical. That's each side of your body is not exactly the same. It's not a mirror image. So
if you guys want to talk boobs, I can tell you some boob trivia actually.
yeah, well, we probably
no,
better take that backstage.
Let's take that back. No more boob
No, let's do it. Let's do this.
trivia. No, you are Santa. Come on, you're gonna live up to the.
Jeff says they are not. No, what I'm saying is not bad. It's just truthful. This is things that I've came across on like TikTok and Facebook.
Well, there goes my wife. Bye, Jeff. Bye, Christy.
One of the things is apparently. Okay, I won't go there.
Uh-oh.
Something about the position of the nipple lines up with the ears. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
Jeff says they're not the same size if they are real. Well, Jeff, I hate to tell you, but I've seen some that aren't real and they're not the same size either. So that may have been a malpractice suit against the doctor. I'm not for sure. So anything else that the audience would like to talk about other than breasts? Anything? Ask us a question.
On that road, it's hard to bring them back.
Yeah.
It is
Just
with guys
saying.
who's been drinking. Now see now Justin wants to
you
talk
got
about
Justin going. Yeah.
He
Now
wants
we got
to talk
Justin
about-
going. I'm going to get Ric Flair on there. We're going to talk
He
about
wants to-
motorboating with Ric Flair. That's going to be great.
I thought you guys used airboats down there in the bayou.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah, you
He
got to
doesn't
have
need
that down there in the
motorboat.
swamp.
Doesn't need motorboats.
Steve's got a good question there.
Thank you, Steve. Getting us out of the gutter there. How's the blueberry brandy coming? It is coming along very nicely. Got a great aroma to it. It needs to go in a barrel. And I would do that this weekend if you weren't hijacking me to go over to Mississippi in Memphis. I would have probably been putting it in a barrel this week.
So
That's
it's Steve's
okay.
fault.
So
No,
what's
it's
the
not
plan?
Steve's
I mean,
fault.
where's Steve taking you and what's he doing?
We're going to
where are y'all
Rosedale. We're going to Rosedale, Mississippi. We're going to start out the open up the Rosedale distillery with their ribbon.
Santa's going to have the
cutting
big scissors. He's going to cut the ribbon and stuff.
You know what I'm planning on doing? I'm planning on trying to maybe make a few reels. That's kind of my goal for the weekend. That and to find a Weller with a full top, not the screw top.
Yeah, I can't go, Steve. I've got a prior commitment that I've got to do Saturday. So
Rob says, here's a good one. Question: what is your favorite rye?
I think right now, I got a couple. Let's see here. So I really enjoy this Whiskey Thief single barrel rye. Of course, once it's gone, it's gone. So you'll never get this one, but that's a really good rye.
Sagamore 10-year rye.
And see, that's one I don't like, Roger.
I know you don't, but
I gave Roger the rest of my bottle because I didn't care for it. And then this Hard Truth chocolate rye.
That's a good one. One that I like that I picked up in Florida was a ASW toasted rye.
Mm-hmm.
It was mighty fine. Now Steve says the Silver Springs. Now he brought that over to the Speakeasy, and I tried it, and it was really good too.
I really enjoy this Still Austin rye too.
Yeah.
I know, it's, to me, Still Austin's probably one of the best Texas whiskeys out there.
James
my
Caldwell
opinion.
says the Michter's 10. That's a good one.
Hmm.
Justin says Balcones Texas Rye cast strength. Okay. And Martin Cox says boobs. I mean, he says Sagamore Double Oak Rye. Ah,
Oh yeah, Rob,
Rob,
that Green River rye is really good.
Oh yeah,
It is
Green
really
River
good.
Rye.
I don't have a bottle of that though. That's the problem. I need to get.
I
a
got
bottle
the
of
Green
it.
River Rye, and I've got the
I've never
Bardstown
come
Rye.
across. I've really never come across any Green River product I don't really like. I mean, I like them all. I don't like the fact that I don't have that new release that we talked about last week, the double oaked. You
Oh, the
know,
9-year product.
we didn't get that, and that would have probably been a good one. But
Well,
don't
maybe
like
we can
that.
ask Carter to drive up there Owensboro.
The Redwood Empire
He
stuff.
only
Some of
gives
that
one
too.
bottle. That's the only problem.
Not
That's
so
the problem.
much. Not so much their basic rye. Where's it at? The Emerald Giant. That one and the cast strength. They're okay, but it's not my favorite. But the bottled and bond that Redwood does, the Rocket Top is pretty good. And then the Van Dusen rye is really good. That's the one that you turn the label upside down.
I'm
I
talking
like-
to Justin. I'm talking to
Oh,
Justin
okay.
there.
No,
I thought you were
the
thumbs
Sazerac
down.
125 rye. That is a really good one.
Yeah.
It's not a new bottle, but it's
I like this
it's the
one.
new expression from
Got
the
a little owl on it. So.
folks at Sazerac. And I can tell you this, boys and girls, if you haven't bought a bottle of that 125 proof, you better buy it because it's getting really short out there in the world.
That's right. Well, we don't see it in Arkansas, but Florida, Texas, maybe. I don't know. Is it in Mississippi? I'm not for sure. I'm sorry, Memphis area.
No, Memphis
think-
and Mississippi haven't gotten it either.
Texas
has got it.
has it. Texas, Louisiana.
But it's really limited there too.
Ernest Peacock says a couple of his favorites are Broad Branch Rye and Still Austin, Nancy's pick. We need to get
Ernest
Nancy
is
on.
good
We need to
friends
get
with Nancy.
We need to get Nancy on the show. Everybody else has had Nancy on the show. We need to get Nancy on the show.
But she's not our cousin, our aunt, or our sister, or some. All these other people seem to have some sort of relation to her, and but maybe
Well,
we'll
we
just
could
tell her
talk.
Ernest Peacock said she needs to come on the show.
Yeah. Looky here. Here's some good news. Deron, is that Deron or Deron or Darren? I won an A. Smith Bowman Rye this year, and it was great. Hey, winning a bottle is always fantastic. It always makes
Three Whiskey
it
is
taste
the
better,
best
too.
whiskey. Mm-hmm.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Out in the comment section, I know Jeff says Nancy is the best. Who all would like to see Nancy on the show? I know she's been on so many. Is Nancy kind of been a has-been for shows, or would you guys still like to hear what she has to say on our show? What do you think?
I don't think has been really is the right terminology there. Maybe
I don't mean has been, but I mean she's been on so
Everybody's
many
wore out.
shows.
Yeah, everybody's tired.
Are you tired of listening to Nancy, or do you think that we could bring something to the table with her as a guest? Martin Cox says me, but I know Martin's only doing it because of the boobs.
I can hear Roger laughing in the background.
Rob says yes, bring her on. Jeff Castle says definitely have her on. I don't know if we've ever reached out to Nancy. Steve Bill says yes, bring her on. I guess I've got a job to do tomorrow, guys. I guess I'm gonna have to.
Sounds
I guess
like
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to message Doc and see if I can borrow her for a show.
Well, yeah, Doc's got her. They're brothers or sisters from another mother. I don't know, dude.
Well, speaking of that, and I know I've asked this before to the audience, but who would you like to see on the show? Who would you like to see us go after? Is there anybody? I'm going to tell you, we thought we had Freddie Johnson from Buffalo Trace. That fell through.
We have another
what-
way into that.
Oh, yeah. Well, we need to work that angle, Roger.
Yeah, and I'm going to work the angle of Jacob Call tomorrow too again.
Okay.
I'm going to
Well,
get
we
me and
get-
Steve Beal. We're gonna take a day trip tomorrow.
Y'all double deck or double whatever. Justin says Acadia Distillery. Okay, Justin, send me some information on that. I'll reach out to them.
Contact information, yeah.
Worst they can do is tell me no or just not reply back to me like most of them do. Where is
It always helps if
Acadia
you
at?
have somebody giving you a little-
Is Acadia the one that makes the rum right there by your area, Justin? Is that Acadia? Who is that makes the rum right there down the road? Justin says, I will. Justin says, I will send some information to you. Thank
All
you,
you got to
sir.
do is send it to the email right there.
All
All you
right,
gotta do is
Roger.
ask me.
Right here, Jeff Castle says I'm assuming he's talking about Nancy is close with Bobby. So we can ask Bobby to borrow her.
Well, we all know Bobby. I can
Look
get
at
all
here.
of Bobby, but
Look
hold
here.
on.
Hold on. Bleds. Can you guys help me out with that handle?
Bledsoe
Let's
Jerry.
Jerry
Bledsoe
Pop
Jerry.
Pours.
Bledsoe Jerry Pops Pours. Woo. Say that 3 times in a row. Hey, y'all, I'm here for a good time. That's right. Damn right. I'm here for a good time. Might not be
That's
here for a
right.
long time, but I'm here for a good time.
Hey,
Absolutely.
but you know what we're getting at? Justin is supposed to get us Ric Flair on here too.
Bayou
That's right.
rum. That's
We get Ric Flair here, it'll be all
Woo!
over. I'll be like,
so when
Mhm.
so when
Woo!
when Justin is on the show, are we all going to show up here with our little toddy
Nature Boy
wrestling
Ric Flair stuff. Oh yeah.
things like that?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna wear one of them Andre the Giant type,
Speaking of
There's
Andre the
one-
Giant, have y'all ever saw the documentary or whatever about him about how many damn beers that dude could drink
That
in a
That's
That's
night?
like
right.
a pound some beers now. Yeah.
Couldn't imagine drinking that much beer. I bet when he went to take a leak, I bet he pissed for 5 minutes straight.
Well, he had cases of wine that he would drink. He would drink wine too, and he'd buy cases of wine to drink in a night. I get one bottle in me and I'm down.
Ernest says Distillery Acadian is Cajun's Cut Bourbon and Bonville Single Malt. Okay, I don't know much about Bonville, but we can try to do that. Justin says I can get them, but the camera quality might not be great. Well, maybe what you ought to do is tell them to get a new camera, for crying out loud.
Hey,
These
we'll come down
Cajuns-
there and go live with him.
Oh my goodness. I got messages coming in to the side and everything. I love
Yeah. That's funny until you get old too, Bledsoe Jerry.
Yeah.
Let me just ask you this. At the Moose Lodge, do they have like the big stainless steel piss troughs that y'all piss in? They like throw ice in there to keep the smell down, or do y'all have like individual pissers? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, is there like a divider in between or no? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm thinking no.
When I was in grade school, we had pissers that they were like full length stalls, right? And we were kids, so they were taller than us.
Yeah.
But they had like 5 of them lined up in a row. But some of the best ones I like are in New Orleans, where it's a big stainless steel trough and they throw bags of ice in there. You can whiz on the ice and try to melt it, and it doesn't smell bad. Yes, Jeff, just like at Wrigley Field. Absolutely. Look at here, Bledsoe Jerry Pops Pours. He's 59. He's older than me and you, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not Roger, but he's older than me and you.
Roger's got him beat, but
I got to beat.
Jeff Castle, there's something to say about Wrigley Field. I mean, God, it's a beautiful place. I love Wrigley Field. Actually, I had my Cubs shirt on. I changed it tonight to this black shirt for the show because I didn't want to hear people give me a hard time about having a Cubs shirt on.
Well, that might make good show material.
Well, you could
National
have had a
Grid
Bud.
for
You
his
could have had a
Cubs
They
Budweiser
have.
tonight. Cub fan, Bud man.
All right.
Justin, that's terrible. That's disgusting.
Bledsoe J. Popsport says, no, we're high class. We got dividers, but the urinals are tall and I'm short. Sorry, I'm 50. Still can't type. Now, you see, now he's
okay.
now he's younger than me. Son of a.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son of a
So
bitch.
we're the same age.
Except
you
you're taller.
young whippersnappers.
Yeah. I'm
So
taller than that.
what's everybody doing for the 4th of July this year since it's on a Saturday?
I'm going to Craig's house.
I know what Will and I don't know about Roger for sure, but I know Will's going to be watching
I'm gonna have one last good blowout, good time before chemo starts.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
And we're gonna have a blowout. We're gonna blow. We've got what was it? 6 pallets of fireworks, I believe.
Yeah.
6 or 7. We're gonna have a hell of a blowout.
I'm thinking you're going to need another trailer. I'm just saying.
I think you're right. I think I do need another trailer.
We need another trailer. So if anybody lives in the Conway area and you've got a steel bedded trailer,
about 5 minutes away.
With wood or
What I need is I need a
burn
damn
under high heat.
I need a damn hay wagon's what I need.
Well, they might
I need to
catch
be on the
fire.
lookout. I need a metal hay wagon.
Okay, metal hay wagon.
Hey,
well, you know what? I think this year you might need a fire truck out there. Just saying.
That's right.
And me and Will man the fire truck.
Man, I feel your pain there, Jerry Pops Poured. My daughter's getting married a year from now, and it's already starting to hit my bourbon money. I don't know about this.
Hey, just tell them to go elope.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you something. Not to speak of your future son-in-law, but I understand that boy can eat.
You have to be careful. He may be watching tonight. He's in Dallas, actually. What I ought to do is I ought to call my daughter and say, pick up some of that SAS 125 Rise.
Oh, yeah.
Or some of that HK Young, the white label, 91 proof. Bring that thing back.
Steve wants to know if you're going to have the dunking booth at the 4th of July celebration. I think you should.
Well, we are going to have better than that. We're having a wet T-shirt contest, Steve, just because I think Martin's coming over for the 4th of July, so we want to make sure that Martin has plenty of boobs that he can see.
There we go. Now we're talking.
There we go.
Yeah. I see where Martin's priorities are. And even if not, we're going to make them priorities.
We can take him out on the catfish dock and introduce him to the catfish that come up if you chum him a little bit.
Yeah, my son's already talking about that. He wants to bring his fishing pole.
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. We might throw some old mash out there. Those catfish like mash.
Yeah.
Martin.
Well, hey, Martin, I'm going to tell you, if the weather goes like what the weatherman says it's going to be, there's not even going to have to be a water hose involved, and there's going to be wet.
It ain't going to be wet. It's going to be sweat boobs.
Sweat boobs. Everybody's going to be like that.
I haven't seen the forecast for the 4th. I've seen it up to the 3rd, and it's supposed to be hot, hot, hot. Hopefully the 4th will be hot and not rainy. I'd a lot rather see it to be 100 degrees and no rain than vice versa.
Well, it's going to suck. I hate heat, so
I do too. Bledsoe Jerry Pop Pours. I like that idea. Actually, we were talking about this earlier this week of maybe changing the name from the Bourbon Legends to Boobs and Bourbon. So,
yeah. So, hey, we got a real question now.
I see that. What do you guys think of the dark arts? I've got a bottle or two. I kind of enjoy it, but I think it may be just depending on which.
What was that phrase you used earlier, Will? I think they might have something. They might have some sort of
nefarious intentions.
Nefarious intentions. I'm pretty sure that the dark arts folks have nefarious intentions on drawing our attention away from bourbon is this. Bourbon is this. See, I think it's all dark arts. It's that Cajun stuff. that they get going in the bayou
Talking about like
back here in the
some
woods
voodoo?
and stuff.
Talking about some voodoo?
Oh, yeah, voodoo.
I don't know. I seriously, on dark arts, I've never had a pour of it, so I can't give you an opinion on it.
Yeah, the pours I've had they've been okay, but they've been highly blended, which means that there was a lot going on that I didn't feel was natural. I think there was some other things added to it, but that's my
Now,
opinion.
Roger, doesn't your friend Sarah, isn't she a spokesperson for Dark Arts?
Yeah, she is.
Maybe we should try to get her on the show.
And
She's
she
got
could defend the
experience of
dark
being.
arts.
She's got experience behind the camera or in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry, we are in Arkansas. It gets pretty damn hot here too.
That's
right.
And humid, thanks to the Gulf of America.
That's right.
Hey Jerry, are you south of Miami or north of Miami?
I got a feeling he's going to be like in the Tallahassee area or something.
I think he might be Panhandle area.
See, because he uses words like granny, and that kind of means he's a redneck.
Yeah.
His granny was from Arkansas, Dardanelle. Okay, Dardanelle is also home to somebody more famous than your granny.
Yeah.
Does anybody know who is that famous from Dardanelle, Arkansas? Anyone?
I do. Let's see if
Well,
anybody
no,
in the comments
let's see if they know.
Yeah.
See what I tell you, Jacksonville. I knew he was a redneck,
Mm-hmm.
and I say that in the best of ways.
And he said,
we love rednecks.
Duval.
Leonard Skinner was from Jacksonville area, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah,
does anybody know?
What famous sports figures from Dardanelle, Arkansas? Anybody know?
Yeah.
Famous sports figure.
Anybody know? First winner gets bragging rights. First person that posts on here. And I know it'll probably be Steve Bill because he's from Arkansas. He'll
know.
probably put it
If he don't know, I mean, we need to ban him from the channel. Oh, there he goes.
John Daly. Jeez.
Yeah.
John Daly is a drinker now. I tell you what. Maybe. Hey guys, talking about guests, you know who I sent? This is a little insider information. I sent 2 emails to Terry Bradshaw today to try to get Terry Bradshaw on our show. Well, what do you think about that? Could you imagine?
I think that'd be a fun time.
We just keep going down in the rabbit hole here with Jerry. His dad was the lighting tech for Skinner back in the early days. See?
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Sounds like a good time.
He is redneck through and through.
Mm-hmm.
He was friends with the Van Zants.
Well, I did out smoke signals today to try to get Willie to come on.
You talking about Willie? You talking about Willie's Remedy?
Yeah, Willie Nelson's Remedy. You know,
we might have to change our name from the Bourbon Legends to the THC Bowies or something.
Because I'm telling you what, that is one of the most popular things going on in the industry right now.
Okay, hold on just a second. Martin Cox says he's going to be at Sprayberry next week. Who is? John Daly or Leonard Skinner?
Or Willie Nelson?
Or Willie Nelson. Yeah, Willie Nelson. So Tunes 2158 was gifted some Bradshaw bourbon. Haven't cracked it, waiting for football season. And you might want to crack that and just let it air out. No, seriously. I've had the Bradshaw. Would it be cast strength or reserve? I don't know what they call it. And it's better in my opinion than just the regular old Bradshaw. Terry Bradshaw was in Sprayberry. Okay. Now we're on the same wavelength here.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sorry.
He was on the
he's pretty passionate. Too. Yeah, he's pretty passionate about his bourbon. So
I'd love to have him on the show. I think that's probably a pipe dream. I don't think it'll ever happen. Yeah. But
talking about Willie Nelson, I met Willie Nelson in a hotel in Austin a couple years back.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a little suspicious though because it was out in the hallway and had a name tag, said, "Hello, I'm Willie Nelson." But it was a little robot vacuum cleaner going around.
Oh.
And so I don't know if it was the real Willie Nelson or not.
There was a guy who built my cabinets in my house, and he was a Willie Nelson impersonator. And he, not about a year or so after he built our cabinets, he actually quit construction and went full time into being an impersonator.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
And
that's interesting.
he's still out there doing that too.
Does he smoke
Doesn't
as much weed as
Daniel
Willie?
make cabinets?
I don't know. I think
Daniel
he
makes
does.
cabinets.
Another
Who
sports question.
started?
Okay.
Oh, I know that one too.
At Louisiana Tech, I had a breakfast.
Yeah, I know that too.
I know that one, but I'm not. I bet
Yeah,
Justin
let's see
probably
if
knows that.
anybody in the comments knows.
All right. While we're waiting on that, Jerry Popspore says, "Have y'all ever had Skinner's whiskey, Hell House? Not very good, but my redneck ass has bottles signed by Johnny and Ricky Medlock." Cool.
Hey, there you go.
Woo!
That's something to hang on to.
I actually have not had that Hell House whiskey, but Hell House was the name of where they used to rehearse. Was the Hell House? Man, I'm a huge Leonard Skinner fan. It just pains me to know that they're still going out as Skinner when there's not a single member alive. I know Ricky Medlock says he was original member. I don't think he really was. And then of course Johnny's just the brother. So, but
I saw him. I don't know, 7 years ago when they came to Little
There
Rock.
we go.
My daughter
Martin
wanted to
Yeah.
go.
Cox.
I've seen them before, but I mean, I think there's like two Leonard Skinners, right? It's the Skinner before the plane crash, and then it's like a tribute band after. Even though Billy Powell was around, and oh, I can't think of his name that did the slide guitar. Help me out here, guys. Help me out.
I don't know. I can't help you.
Okay. Martin Cox is right. It is
He's the
Phil
winner.
Robinson.
He's the
Or, excuse
winner.
me. It was Phil Robinson.
Was Phil Robinson? Yeah, because Phil's passed on now.
Phil's
Yep,
passed
he
on
sure
now.
did. Yep.
See, Steve says right. It was Duck Dynasty Dad who originally passed away. Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of fun.
We might have to get Steve on the show as a co-host.
Yeah, we could do trivia with Steve instead of
Don't
trivia
be
with
like
Steve.
Chill Will.
Martin Cox, first-time caller, long-time listener. What's on your mind, Martin Cox?
Boobs.
Boobs. Okay, let's talk about boobs.
Oh boy.
I mean, if all else fails, you save it for boobs or farting, right? Like that always gets. Gary Rossington, thank you. Gary Rossington was the last member. He was, and he passed away. I believe it was last year. Fly high, free bird. That's what I'd say.
Free bird. That's right.
This is kind of an inside joke here, but Will, did you ever listen to Drive Time Sports back in the day?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You remember Jimmy from Grapevine?
Jimmy from Grapevine, yeah. Hey man, I know exactly where Grapevine's at too.
It's down kind of your neck of the woods, isn't it?
It's just past Crossroads.
Randy, I want to know, do you think the Razorbacks are going to go undefeated this year?
Yeah, it's south of Slabtown.
No, the Razorbacks
Man.
are not going to go undefeated. They're going to lose every year. Oh, sorry.
Will just
Roger,
brought up
Roger.
Will just brought up a great topic, though. We were sitting here
What's
talking
that?
about
Go
boobs
Blue.
and this and that. No, the strangest names in your state. You said Slabtown, Arkansas. I have never. Even
Yeah,
heard
I mean
that.
it's not really a town. It's just a community. It's just kind of like a slang term.
Yeah. Well, one of the most famous towns in Arkansas for the weird name is basically where I live, Toadsuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it actually a town though?
It's a town.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Steve
Booger
Bill
Holler,
remembers Booger Holler. Yeah, population
Pop-
7, counting one coon dog.
Possum Trot.
Absolutely. Bald Knob,
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Yeah. And there's another community close to where I grew up called Tightwad.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's not like a name on a sign or anything, but that's just
Well,
what people
there's
call it.
there's also a Wiener, Arkansas.
Yeah, that's the actual town.
Wiener.
Mm-hmm.
The best ones are though up in Pennsylvania, where you have like Intercourse, Pennsylvania, and I'm trying to think what all they got some weird names up there. always liked in Arkansas, if you look on a map, there would be Conway, and then there'd be Greenbrier, and then there would be Damascus,
Yeah,
and then there
flipping.
would be Clinton.
Yeah,
And the joke back in the day is you'd have to go through Hillary to get to Clinton, and it'd be like, no, you're really going through Damascus.
yeah.
Uh,
Bledsoe, Jerry, you're right, man. Matt Jones, they should have let him play quarterback. Why didn't they let him play quarterback?
I don't know. God rest his soul, Matt Jones. He died, I believe. Did he drown? I believe. Out
I
in
believe
the
so.
ocean?
Yeah.
I think so. Flipping Arkansas, does that mean like that? Flipping Arkansas?
I don't know. That's a good place to catch trout.
Well, you know who was famous from Flipping Arkansas?
I know at least one person. Does anybody in the chat know?
Does he have three names, or like one name, a middle initial, and a last name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yep.
Who's the most famous person from Arkansas?
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, Steve, you're right.
Ryan Mallett died.
did. Yeah.
Okay, but didn't Matt Jones, didn't he pass away as well?
I don't.
I think Matt Jones did pass away.
You know what? I've got the internet right here. Let me see.
When you're an Arkansas Razorback football player, you got to be careful now down by the beach. Ryan Mallett died at the beach, and Conway boy, help me out, Steve. He almost drowned at the beach.
So, all right, boys.
Oh.
You guys getting all these famous people from Arkansas. Who was from Hamburg, Arkansas?
Hey, I know
too.
him. He went to school in Conway.
Yeah.
Hey, they still haven't answered the question about who was from Flippin.
Yeah.
Peyton Hillis. Thank you.
Peyton
Steve.
Hillis.
Okay. No. Matt Jones has not passed away. He's currently alive.
Okay.
He's
Alive or dead? We need to do a whole new segment on our show.
Oh, yeah,
Alive or dead?
Yeah,
Well, we could have John Bon Jovi come on, and he could play, Dead or Alive. That'd be a good segment.
So wait a minute.
All
Wait a minute. What's Steve? What is he saying about Peyton Hillis? Just that he's from
He
Conway?
said no, that he was from Conway, but he almost drowned at the beach.
Oh, okay.
As well.
And yes, Scottie Pippen is from Hamburg. That is
Steve
correct.
is right. Scottie Pippen. You know something I didn't know about Scottie Pippen? Him and Michael Jordan were drafted the same year. I didn't realize that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that. Okay,
He went
so
broke before Michael Jordan did.
I said, who is the most famous musician from Arkansas? Anyone? Not
I'm
Bill
gonna go with
Clinton.
Glenn Campbell.
I think there's a lot of debate about this.
I would say
there's a lot of debate there.
I would say this: Glenn Campbell was probably the most talented musician from Arkansas. I don't think he's the most famous.
No, but I think he's the most
Probably
talented.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, yeah. Steve's cheating. We're gonna have to like keep.
Well, the
letting
problem is
Steve
Johnny
play 'cause
Cash.
He's from here.
Was Johnny Cash really from Arkansas?
Yes,
or-
Johnny Cash was born in, I believe, I can't remember where he was born. He was raised in Dice Colony, up in
Yeah, he was
northeast
born
Arkansas.
close to Kingsland, which is down
Yeah.
south of Grapevine.
Now,
Yeah,
Martin
that's
Cox, I got to school you a little bit on Conway Titty. You know that Martin would say Conway Titty, something with boobs. Now, Conway Titty was not from Arkansas. He was actually from Friars Monk, Mississippi. But when he became famous, he needed a stage name because his real name was Harold Jenkins. And so he looked in the phone book and he found Conway, Arkansas, where I live, and Twitty, Texas.
and thus he became.
Yes,
Conway.
but I do believe I'm right about Friars Monk. Somebody would have to Google that to make sure. I'm just pulling that out of my ass. Yeah, the Man in Black. So let's talk about this. I think that John Cash is the most famous musician from Arkansas. Most talented would have been Glenn Campbell. But now there was also somebody way before these guys that was a famous musician, and he was from Texarkana, Arkansas. Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
Mm,
I'm talking about way back doing, let's think about ragtime piano. Think Camptown Races. Think The Entertainer.
I don't know.
He has a common first name, and his last name is a town in Missouri.
Huh.
Scott Joplin.
Bingo.
I couldn't
Bingo.
let it sit there too long. Nobody
Bingo.
nobody
Bango.
chimed in yet, so I was gonna.
The internet says Johnny Cash is widely considered the most famous musician from Arkansas.
I would
And
believe it.
Bledsoe,
Oh,
you're talking. Hey, I was
yeah,
just
Al
fixing to
Green.
say Al Green. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Glenn
hey,
Campbell, Al
one
Green.
of the most famous women acts right now out there that's hot is Ashley McBride. She's from Arkansas.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys
She's
do get a lot of people from here from that become country music stars.
She used to play. She used to play at JJ's bar here in Conway all the time. Ashley McBride.
So according to Ranker, the best musician artist from Arkansas, as voted on by their people, says Johnny Cash #1, Glenn Campbell #2, Al Green #3, Evanescence is a rock band from Little Rock.
Amy Lee.
Amy Lee, that's
but now she's
#4.
not really from Arkansas. I think they moved here from California.
I don't know.
I mean, Levon Helm. Yeah, that's
Helm.
Levon Helm. The band.
So here they're
the night
talking
they
about
drove Old Dixie down.
They're talking about Conway Twitty was born in Friars Point, Mississippi, but he grew up in Helena. So they're counting him as Arkansas too.
Okay, I stand corrected. And anyway, I didn't even say Friars. Did I say Friars Point or did I say Monk's Point?
I don't know.
You said Friars Point.
Oh,
And
look
then-
at Martin Cox. Hell yeah, Jim Dandy to the rescue.
Yeah, Levon Helm is #6. Charlie Rich is #7.
Is that the black guy, Charlie Rich, behind closed door? Or was that Charlie Rich, the piano player? or
No,
whatever?
this is the Silver Fox Charlie Rich.
Okay, behind closed doors, I believe.
Behind
Behind closed doors, yep.
Yeah.
And then Justin Moore.
I was thinking Charlie Price.
Oh, Justin Moore.
Justin Moore, who is on a hiatus from touring now. I read last week.
Yeah, he's got some health issues, I believe. So best of luck.
He's from Poen, Arkansas.
That's right, Poen. And
Yeah,
most
that's-
people who don't know how to say Poen say it wrong. They say it Poyen because it's
Poyen.
spelled P-O-I-N, and that's wrong. So
Poland.
But look here, this is like the third time he's said this. Louisiana woman, Mississippi man. We get
So
together
then-
anytime we can.
next is Ronnie Hawkins. Do y'all know him?
Ronnie Lightning Hawkins? Yeah, he's from the Delta over there, I believe.
Yeah, he's from the Delta.
And then Tracy Lawrence, big country fan. From
I heard his song.
But it says born in Atlanta, Texas, and raised in Foreman, Arkansas. So I don't know. Does it count if you're not actually born in the state?
Well,
I don't know.
You're raised you're where you're raised at.
I think Tracy Lawrence really loves the state of Arkansas. You know who you didn't mention on that? And I'm kind of going back, and I'm not a real huge country person, but Colin Ray was from Arkansas. He had that song, Little Rock. I'm just a little past Little Rock or something. There was a woman whose name was KT Oslin back in the 80s.
Yeah.
She was from Arkansas. Trying to think who else.
Let me
who's-
run through the top 20
Yeah,
on this list, and then I'll quit.
Let's go there.
So
I'm enjoying this.
Junior Walker's from Blytheville, Arkansas.
Not familiar
Joe-
with Junior Walker.
So Junior Walker was
Walker All-Star.
Motown in the 60s.
Yeah, Junior Walker.
So,
All-Star.
Shotgun, What Does It Take? And I'm a Road Runner.
Yeah.
Pucker Up Buttercup. Joe Nichols is number 12.
Okay, he was a country guy, or
Mhm.
still is maybe.
Do you remember the Pointer Sisters from the 80s?
Oh
No
yeah.
shit. Are they
Yeah,
really from
Anita-
Arkansas?
Anita Pointer.
Get the hell out of there. I had no idea.
Get the
Well,
hell out of
This
here.
is another one. She was born in Oakland, California, but raised in West Helena. So
Thanks, Rob. Hold on just a second, Will. Rob,
what?
thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, appreciate you being
Peace,
here.
Rob.
Cheers.
Have a good
peace.
night. Cheers, brother.
So let's see the next one here. Iris Dement, folk musician,
Okay.
and then they
Not-
talk about
not from
Black
a-
Oak, Arkansas.
Jim
number
Dandy
15.
Mangrum. Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis Jordan is number 16. Jazz, blues, and comedy. And then it's number 17, Sister Rosetta Tharpe and Margie Knight.
Gospel singers.
Gospel and rock and roll is what they
Yep.
were doing.
Yep.
Big Bill Brunzi.
Mm.
Let's see, blues.
That's got to be
Born
back
in
from the
Scott,
50s.
Arkansas. Lefty Frizzell is number
Oh, really?
19.
Oh, yeah.
And then Billy Bob Thornton.
I guess
I
he
didn't
would
really
count
know.
as a musician. I know he
He's
has
a
a
musician.
band, but
And the state of
he
Arkansas
likes-
would be glad to accept him.
he likes biscuits with mustard.
Yeah, and I saw. Let's see who. Tunes was talking about the fishing. Yeah, there's some good fishing. Buffalo River, White River's great trout fishing. Used to be the world record brown trout came out of the White River.
No. Oh, no, you're wrong, Will. It's the Red River,
Uh-oh.
Little Red River.
Was it Red River?
Scott-
Okay, yeah.
It was the Little
Scott
Red
from
River,
Artfully Bourbon has joined us now to go
And
down
it-
our
he's-
rabbit hole.
Here's-
and it was Rip Taylor was the guy who caught it. Kinda used
Good
to be a fishing
distilleries. Tunes wants to know if there's any good distilleries in Arkansas. There's an okay. Craig doesn't like Rocktown, but I like some of their stuff. There used to be.
Look at here. We need to get Pops Pours on as a damn guest. His uncle sold Billy Bob Thornton furniture. That's pretty damn cool.
So Fox Trail used to be a distillery in Arkansas, but they've gone under. All their barrels are up for sale. So, and it's okay. It's okay. Not great, but okay.
No,
It's-
Arkansas probably has more good moonshiners than they actually do
Yeah.
real distilleries.
And then in Hot Springs, there's Hot Springs Distilling, and they make this Bear Clap bourbon. And once again, it's okay. I think they've got some work to do, but you know, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Billy Bob Thornton. I think we need to get him on the show.
Oh shit, that ain't gonna happen.
The Landman. We need to get the Landman on the show.
That's
There's
right.
Billy Bob Thornton. I think he's a recovering alcoholic. I don't even think he would even be on the show.
Well,
Probably not.
I know one other thing. He's a big Cardinal fan too. So.
Hmm.
St. Louis Cardinals? Really?
Oh yeah,
Huh.
yeah. He went.
Craig?
He threw out first pitches. He was at all the
Yeah.
playoff games.
I mean, I
Craig-
guess that
Craig's
makes
going out.
sense since he was from Arkansas. I'm out
Is
here.
Kevin-
I'm actually outside turning the water off because I'm watering my lawn. I've never
Yeah.
had my grass.
Oh,
I've never had
He's
my
out-
grass look so good. As
Yeah,
it does
Craig's
right
watering
now.
the lawn, all right. He's watering
Greg's
the
watering
lawn.
lawn.
I am.
Anybody?
I am
Y'all
watering.
hear-
Chandra?
If y'all hear something that sounds like piss hitting grass, it's Craig.
Martin? Boobs.
Boobs, Martin, boobs.
Boobs.
So
Martin.
hey, Bledsoe Jerry's talking about, is Cabbage Patch still a thing? Those you talking about the
I-
dolls?
I don't think so.
Cabbage
I
Patch
think-
dolls?
I think Cabbage Patch was like a thing in the early '80s. It's kind of done with, but I don't know.
I'm wondering if he's talking about Dog Patch, the old amusement park.
Oh, Dog Patch. Well, if he's talking about Dog Patch,
that thing's
you know,
been done for a long time.
yeah, it's actually being turned into a Bass Pro.
Resort.
I don't
Right.
know if anybody's ever been to Dogwood Canyon up in Missouri, but I heard it's going to be turned into something like that. So it's like, you know, you'd go and pay to like hike and stuff. Not really for sure, but
Yeah, Dog Patch. Yeah, Dog Patch went out in the early '80s. I went up there when I was a little kid.
well, they had
I
like
don't even
Lum
hardly
and
remember much.
Lil Abner and Lum
Lum
or
and
whatever,
Abner.
and
Yeah, Lum and Abner. Yeah.
and then they had that thing called the Shmew. You remember the Shmew?
Yeah, the funny looking thing. It's kind of like
It looked like Grimace. You remember from
yeah,
McDonald's? Grimace
Yeah.
was purple, but the Shmew was white.
yeah, and all the hillbillies too.
Look here. Steve caught his first trout at Dog Patch. Oh man, the memories, man. I'm telling you. Good
Yeah,
times, good times, folks.
He's showing his age if he went to Dog Patch.
Yeah. He's no spring chicken. He might look like a spring chicken, but he's not one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'll
can
tell
just
you
tell
what.
you that right now. I don't know if he's going to be able to hang with me on Saturday.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Bledsoe.
Yep.
Jerry Snuffy Smith comics. Yep.
Yeah, you are older
Oh.
than me. I knew you
Gosh,
were.
Steve, you're older than dirt. Jeez, dude.
Lord, leave the man alone.
Hey, you're welcome, James. You're
Guys,
welcome, James.
I've had a fun time tonight, man. We're like 2 hours and 25 minutes in.
Hold on,
Holy
hold on.
cow!
Yeah, Scott from Artfully Bourbon, they did a review of the Duck Club
Oh yeah, I hadn't seen it
Bourbon.
yet. Was it? Did it
with
come
the
out
high
today?
brass. Well, you're gonna have to go out to Artfully Bourbon and have to like and subscribe and find out what they said about it. But
Maybe we ought to get them.
I don't know about me and Will. We like the high brass.
Well, Roger, now I appreciate you being optimistic that I like it, but I have not actually tried it yet. So,
No,
but you've got a bottle.
Oh
You've
wait,
got a
you
bottle.
didn't get to try it when we were up in Clarksville because
No, 'cause
that
I
the
didn't
OG
get to go.
Carter made it.
I didn't get to
Oh,
go.
did I say that?
No, you weren't supposed to say that. Steve,
I was there
see you.
too. I
see
didn't
your
get any
names
of that.
now. Yeah.
Caldwell did. James Caldwell did.
Dog Patch brings back memories. Wow. Did you know at one time, I'd throw out some useless trivia. Anybody that's ever been to Arkansas knows that we have all 4 seasons, right? Spring, summer,
Yeah.
winter, fall. But did you know that Dog Patch used to have, it didn't last very long, but they had a ski resort up there.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I think it lasted like 1 season, and it never really got cold enough for them to make snow, so it went under. But
Yeah.
I think that's pretty ambitious for somebody who wants to put a damn ski resort in Arkansas.
Yeah, that is really, really, really ambitious.
Because honestly, what do we get? Like 1 week of winter every year, maybe?
Here lately we've gotten maybe 2 to 3 weeks of winter, but they're not always consecutive. Yeah, they're not contiguous.
Because they have what? Nefarious what?
They have nefarious intentions.
Yes, they do.
So you're talking about 4 seasons in Arkansas. Yeah, we get all 4 seasons. The only problem is we get them multiple times throughout the year. So
yeah, that's true. You can have summer and winter all within one day, actually. Of course, that's like that. That's like that everywhere. You always hear people like from Indiana say, "Well, if you don't like the weather, wait till tomorrow."
Well, yeah,
that's everywhere.
Yeah.
I've got a question I want to throw out to the people watching. Who's the most famous person that you either have met or that you're related to? Because I know some of you guys have to be related to somebody famous.
So not me, but my wife is actually a distant cousin of Justin Moore.
Oh, not enough though to like get free tickets to a concert.
No, I don't even think he knows who we are. And my brother went to school with him. They were in the same class. Let's see. The most famous person I've met.
Surely you met Slick Willie.
He
as a
came,
kid, he came to your school.
Yeah, he came to our town as a candidate one year, And you know, he came to the little restaurant right across from the school, and it was not a I don't think it was a pleasant trip for him because everybody was tearing him up.
Oh.
They were not happy. They were not happy with him that day. So, yeah.
Well, everybody, Roger has a great person that he got to spend an airplane trip with somebody that was pretty freaking famous. But first, my uncle was good friends with Gene Wilder. Crazy having Willy Wonka over for dinner. That's the second Willy Wonka mentioned tonight.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is. That is.
Did he give you an everlasting gobstopper? Roger, tell us who you spent an airplane trip on with.
Which one?
Oh, maybe Roger was making that story up to me. I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying which one.
He was a movie star, and he was a race car guy.
Oh, Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to ride Paul Newman.
Roger got to rub shoulders with Paul Newman.
And his private jet.
Hey,
As we were driving back we flew from a racetrack to another racetrack, and I got the as being the young guy on the thing, we got Drew Strauss to see who get to ride on the airplane with him, and with Jerry Clinton, who was the head of Regal Distributing in St. Louis, and Paul Newman, who was a big supporter of Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, and all those type things, and then also Nissan and everybody else. And we got to ride on his private jet from one city to another, and it was a lot of fun.
What was Paul Newman's nickname? It wasn't Blue Eyes. That's Sinatra.
That's Sinatra.
What Paul Newman I thought had a nickname.
Oh, you're gonna make me get on the internet again. Here we
Jeff
go.
Castle says he was a busboy at an airport when REO Speedwagon flew into a concert. He got to meet him. So he got to meet like Kevin Cronin and the group, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was let's see. They went to school. REO Speedwagon was at the University of Illinois, Champaign. That's where they started the band and everything.
King Cool.
King Cool
is what the internet says because of the film Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke, but
oh man, dude, that's a good movie.
At the time, it was mainly all he was interested in talking about was racing, and that was all they talked about the whole trip. It was kind of funny. It was how his car was going to get set up and how the things, and he was just totally immersed, just like he would, I guess, with a film or acting. He just immersed in the racing stuff.
I think we need to have Bledsoe Jerry on the show.
No shit. He moved from Arkansas to LA, got it in the hotel industry, and mom's first boyfriend was Clint Howard. That's the ugly brother of Ron Howard, in case you guys don't know that. So you're saying that Clint Howard could have been your dad. Toons has had two questions. First of all, do you guys follow Bruzel? I do not.
Craig kind of, yeah, he's out on that.
I
watch him. I watch him periodically.
I watch it. I watch him. I just don't follow him. I'm not a Patreon member or anything like that.
Okay. You said Patreon? Let me just throw that out there.
No, I said that, but I mean that's what I would consider a follower. Yeah, Roger, how many bottles do you have in your collection? That's what Toons wants to know.
462 as of today.
Ooh.
Between this room and the wine room and everything else and floor bourbon.
He says bottles. Are you just talking about bourbon bottles, whiskey bottles, or are you talking about wine bottles as well?
Oh, wine would be a whole nother. That's another $900. 900 bottles of wine.
$900 you wish.
Yeah, 900 bottles. Yeah, Christy, it was only $900.
Mm-hmm. That's cheap. That's half the price of $2 Chuck.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's not even Boone's Farm cost right there.
Yep.
I have the
No,
least out of everybody here. I'm around 250.
that's
I didn't
still
say that out loud.
that's quite a amount of bourbon though, or whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey. I guess I should say whiskey.
Well, and I've got a little bit of Irish whiskey and Scotch over there, and then there's some mezcal and.
Well, we've
I got
all
some-
met Judge. He lives here in
Yeah.
lives here in Little Rock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Steve, I'll one up you on Judge Reinhold, but I'll let Renee tell that story. She
Yeah.
got hung up on the phone by Judge Reinhold. Lou Holtz, Gary Kubiak. Okay, you're gonna have to help me on Gary Kubiak. I'm not real familiar
Football
with him.
coach.
Okay. Scottie Pippen, John Daly, Alabama the band. Jackie Sherrill, Paul Bear Bryant, and Bum Phillips. A lot of football in there.
What's the weatherman that used to be on Channel 7?
Ron Sherman,
Not Ron Sherman, the other one.
Ned
The guy
Perry.
that played Ned Permy. Yeah, I met him when I was a kid.
You know, I'm looking at Steve Bill's thing here, and one of the names he didn't drop my name, your name, Will, or Roger's name.
Well, that's because we're not famous. We're infamous. That's the difference. Yeah, Ned Permy. So when I was a kid, I was in 4-H club, and I got chickens every year, right? So you raise chickens, they give you 25 chickens when they're little chicks, and you raise them all up, and you take 5 of them back to the fair. So,
Okay.
I won grand champion chickens at the fair like 5 or 6 years in a row, something like that. And so the 4-H, the guy that was the cooperative extension office chair or whatever, each county's got one, and they kind of ran the 4-H program. Well, Ned Permy came over to do a weather report, that morning from the county fair, and we got interviewed, some of us, and he was like, "Well, what's your chicken's name?" And I'm like, I was probably like 11 years old, something like that. He says, "What's your chicken's name?" And I'm like, it's just a chicken. I don't name my chickens. They all look the same. How are you going to tell the one?
And they all get their heads cut off.
Yeah, I mean, so.
I thought Will was going to be like, I like turtles.
His
I like turtles.
Steve,
name is Ralph.
No, he did not draw Gusty. That was Ron Sherman and Tom Bonner, I believe, drew Gusty.
I think so, yeah.
Gosh, we're the king
Look
of
at here,
trivia.
look here. I feel so good. Tunes is like, you guys are king cool. I'm going to follow you. I love Arkansas. Oh, hey, we love you too. And please
That's
follow
right.
us. Like,
Absolutely.
Please
subscribe.
like and subscribe.
Go to our Facebook page and join
Yeah.
it. And I put stuff out there every day, like tell 3 of your bourbon friends to like us because we want to be liked. Damn
Mhm.
it. We want to be liked.
Well, I don't know if we really want to be liked. We just want to have people in the Bourbon Legends
we
so that
really
we can
need
do
to
great stuff.
We need to get Jerry on the show. He talked to Dave Grohl on the phone once when he worked customer service. Foo Fighters is his favorite band, and he totally fanboyed on him.
Hold on a second.
Nice.
How did Christopher Walken say it? Foo Fighters.
Foo
Foo Fighters.
That's one of the guys that I really appreciated Dave Grohl until he had a child out of wedlock and his wife kept him around and all that. And then I kind of I thought you were better than that, Dave.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on,
there's a lot of people you think that are better than that, but then Jay-Z comes along and
That's true. Roger, Will, you never really said who your famous encounter was, or
Well, I mean,
you said
that-
your
I kinda-
wife was kind of related to Justin Moore, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know that. I'm trying to think of. There's not a whole lot of really famous people that I've met that I can think of.
in Hot Springs, you're from the Hot Springs area. There's a lot
Well,
of famous
okay.
people in Hot
So the last football coach Arkansas had,
Sam Pittman.
Pittman. I saw him in a restaurant. I didn't like talk to him or anything, but I saw him in another booth. I looked at him and nodded my head. He nodded his head back because I'm like, I'm not going to go up to the guy and harass him while he's eating breakfast.
You go like this. You go like this, like you're.
No. It was still pretty early on in his tenure here. So
okay, so people kind of liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I've met a few band members, but from bands most people probably don't know. Stuff like that. I'm just not a. I don't know. I don't really care that much about meeting famous people.
I'm kind of right there with you, but like the time I met Johnny Cash, I mean, I couldn't help but have to go talk to Johnny Cash. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people that I would say semi-famous people, movie stars that I see in New Orleans at Mardi Gras, and it's just like, they're just there to have a good time too.
Yeah.
So I don't go up and I'm not, I don't go all fanboy on them. Jimmy Russell, we've kind of went a little fanboy on Jimmy Russell before.
Oh, but, fanboy. Well, I got the picture. My dad's got the picture. Still has the photo of me walking down pit lane at the Talladega 500 with the King, Richard Petty, and I'm wearing my STP jacket, walking alongside of him. And he's talking to me and just walking down pit lane. My dad took a picture of that. That was
King
great.
Richard Petty. I don't know. I bet he's like 90 years old, but he still looks the same. I saw him on an interview the other day.
I can't believe he's still going like he does.
He has got to be. I'm going to Google it. He's got to be 90 years old, if not older. Anybody want to take a guess?
Oh, I don't
88.
know. You're talking about famous people. Some people might know this comedian. I met Dave Landau a couple of weeks ago in Little Rock. I don't know if any of y'all know him.
I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's done. He's had several specials on, like Netflix or different things, and he's on some different shows. And pretty funny guy. Had a rough upbringing in Detroit.
What is it? What's his age?
He's 88.
Thank you. I was right.
He'll be 89 on July 2nd.
Hey, Steve, good night. We'll see you next time.
Bye, Steve.
Hey, here's somebody that knows Dave. Yeah, Dave's a great comedian. He's hilarious.
Speaking of comedians, should we try to get Jim Gaffigan on our show?
Well, I think that'd be awesome.
He's a big bourbon guy now.
Yeah,
if we could get him on the show, you know what I'd just do? I'd say, Hot Pockets.
Hot Pocket. No, I think that Father Time bourbon, I have not had it yet. Have you had it yet?
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, it sells out pretty damn quick. Has anybody had the Father Time bourbon from
Jim Gaffigan?
Jim Gaffigan out there in our little lustrous land of plenty.
Kristen Bell says, Bledsoe Jerry Poppour says, Kristen Bell, and he made him say, I am Batman.
I am Batman.
So another brush with greatness. It wasn't me, but it was my daughter and a couple of her friends. Oh gosh, now I can't remember the guy's name. Oh God, it's terrible. It'll come back to me. Anyway, it's somebody my wife really likes.
Is Martin Cox? Martin, are you still on the show? Are you still out there?
Martin is still here. He's up all night. That man.
If Martin's here, I'm going to give you a brush with greatness I had at Mardi Gras one time. Martin, do you know who Tyra Banks is? She used to be. She may still be a professional model. Big, tall, beautiful, black stallion of a woman. I asked her if she would show me her boobs.
And
true story. No, she said no. She said no. And there was 3 tall women. I mean, I'm 5'7", so I'm short anyway. They were tall women. And I asked this girl, I followed her halfway down the block, and I had all these beads on my neck. I'm like, see anything you want? Will you show me your boobs? And she's like, no. And so then I called Renee, which she was just a girlfriend at the time. And I said, hey, I saw these 3 tall women and one beautiful black girl. Oh, my God. And she's like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, no, why? And she goes, I was watching Entertainment Tonight, and they had supermodels there because they were opening some sort of like supermodel cafe or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if she would have flashed me, that would have been a story to tell.
Steve Beal didn't leave.
He can't. It's like a train wreck. He can't leave. Can't look away. Martin's probably met Dolly Parton, Pam Anderson, and Raquel.
Elvira. Oh.
Does any of those 4 women he just mentioned? I mean, why would Martin be attracted to them?
I don't know. I can't imagine why.
I can't imagine why.
Nothing. There's nothing I can think of.
You might like.
There's nothing I can think of that he would be interested in. I just don't.
Nothing.
I don't know what.
He says he's in.
I bet he would be in. He would be in deep with those 4. Woo.
He'd be doing a Justin Ister. Motorboat.
Guys, should we wrap this up? Oh, look now. Hold on. Jeff Cass was Tyra was smoking hot back in the day. You ain't kidding there, buddy. You ain't kidding. Y'all see her in real life. Man, I was like looking at her at boob level. She's so tall. And I'm so short.
Okay. I'm going to have to give this an A plus.
My wife finally remembered. I had to remind her. It was Kirk Cameron.
Oh, he was on some sitcom, right?
Yeah, back in the 80s. And my wife really liked him. So my daughter and her friend met him, and my daughter's friend got a picture with him, but my daughter wouldn't do it because I guess she was too shy or whatever. And my wife's been mad at her ever since because she wouldn't do that.
Too shy to shy.
And was this in Arkansas? Kirk Cameron was in Arkansas?
He's Kirk Cameron.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
He's a big Christian. He's big Baptist.
Yeah, they were.
Now he's got a sister, right? Something Cameron that did something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She was on a sitcom or something.
Will, did you like this or not?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, Family Ties. You're right. Yep.
I think it worked very well with the bourbon. It was your palate cleanser.
Yeah, it's good. Grillo's, Pabst Blue Ribbon Grillo's.
Pabst Blue Ribbon Grillo's beer. I mean, you get it. It's a palate cleanser while you're drinking your bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm sitting here doing this interview, I'm going to show you how much I drank. I drank like a Gatorade, a little bottle of water, and 2 more bottles of water. I'm going to be pissing all night.
Yeah. Well,
and all this bourbon too.
I had the sample bottle. I had a small warm-up pour of Buffalo Trace, and then this can. And I've been working on this water I got right here in this cup.
So Will, as we end the evening, your next foray into the getting rid of cancer is
chemo. Start chemotherapy July 14th. So I may or may not be on the show much. Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Well, you know what? I think what we'll do is we'll just put a picture of you up and just have you sit there.
I mean, y'all got a picture. You sent me a picture right here.
Yeah.
I'm sure Craig still got that somewhere.
Yeah.
So somewhere I've got some.
Well, Will's not on the show. If he's not able to go, we'll have the fuck cancer picture come up, and that'll be how we take care of it.
There you go.
But anytime you feel like it during that time, and you wish to join us, you're more than welcome to, because we're with you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's right.
And you know, it may be one of these kind of things where I just stay in the background and monitor the comments and post the links and stuff like that if I don't feel like
If
being
you
on camera. So.
if you do that, Will, I have one request. I want you to be covered up with one of those like ice packs on your head and a thermometer sticking out of your mouth.
Oh, no. Can't do ice
Like you
packs.
don't-
No,
'cause
no
you-
ice.
Oh, it'd be
No
too
ice
cold.
pack.
No ice.
Chemo is an anti-ice
Well,
product.
we'll put hot water in it, and you know what I
A
mean.
hot
Yeah.
water
Will.
bottle.
Yeah. We can do that. Yeah.
Hot water bottle works.
Yep.
There you go. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We're like 50 minutes way past what we normally go, but we've had fun. We've kind of went off the rails like a crazy train. We got to find out that Martin Cox has a boob fetish,
Yes,
and
we do.
and Jerry Pop Pours freaking knows everybody. He's
Yeah,
he's a name dropper. He knows
Bloodsoe Jerry Pop Pours.
Mhm.
Let's so Jerry Pop Pours. Hey Martin, I'll see you Saturday night, and I got a boob story I'm going to tell you then, but I can't do it on air.
Woo! Here we
Get
go.
me
See y'all.
in trouble. Bye everyone. Thanks for joining. We will not be on Discord. At least I won't. I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed
'Cause I
too.
got to get up. I got to get up and work in the morning. All right. Thanks, guys. We will see you next week. I may be on a little late, but I will be here at some point. All right. Bye, everyone.
Cheers.
Pour one more for the stories we've told of barrels and bottles and whiskey gold. From grain to glass, through fire and flame, every pour's got a legend's name. So raise them high until next time, for we are the legends. We are the